Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, Wiz? I got in here early. I didn't realize.
Oh yeah, no shit, man. I was just waiting for everybody to show up. That's all. And running around here trying to get things ready to, load the bowl. I was gonna go get my drink, mess
In
with
your
the
pie?
dog. Huh?
In your pie?
Pie is ready to go. So yeah, it was just. It wasn't all that hot today, temperature wise.
It was here. There's 100 degrees out here.
But dude, fucking humidity was horrible.
What was your humidity? We didn't have bad humidity.
Dude, it was just absolutely miserable.
I can
Even
handle the
still.
heat. I can't handle humidity.
Yeah, it was just horrible. 81% humidity
Sheesh.
right now. Still,
Is it gonna rain?
yeah, says here around a little after 3 a.m. But
That will break.
it was horrible. It was
Are your dogs
absolutely.
doing good?
Yeah, the dogs are fine. It got up to 93, but that's not. I mean, it hasn't been really bad. I mean, up until today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, yeah, it was hot, but it wasn't just miserable. But the humidity was so bad today. It just like couldn't get you done, you know what I'm saying, without breaking into full blown sweat. Walk
You go
across
get
the
the
yard.
mail. Yeah. Go get the mail and you're sweating to death.
Yeah, yeah, that kind of thing, you know. And it's still, just miserable outside, even though says it's 79, but it feels like 85 right now.
Well, did you hear that? I know it's off topic, but it's kind of breaking news. Did you hear that West Virginia won their Supreme Court case against the EPA?
Yeah, and the liberals are fucking furious
They're saying they need to dismantle the filibuster now.
or some shit like that. But what they don't understand is they can't make a law that is antithetical to the Constitution because as soon as they make it, the president signs it. It's got to go for judicial review against to see if it's constitutional. So it's never going to make it to the people. It's like those red flag laws. They've already made the ruling that red flag laws are antithetical to the Constitution. So they're unconstitutional. Hey, Skull. Colonel Shaw's in the house. Salute, Colonel Shaw. There you go, my brother. Rock on. Huckleberry. There's my Huckleberry. Yeah.
I got
Singularity. What's up? What'd you say?
I got a new bowl from a glass blower on Twitch. It's amber purple over purple haze frit.
Oh, wow. Does it smoke good?
Oh yeah, it
Then
changes
that's all it
colors
does.
and shit.
Yeah, really?
The day I got it, my one friend's old lady accused me. The day it came in the mail, I sent out pictures of it. My friend's old lady was like, "Oh, I had a bowl just like that went missing," and she tried to accuse me and say that was her bowl. Little did she know, all my glass blowers signed their pieces with a gold inlay engraving on the bottom. And all they do is flip that over, like boom.
Yeah, yours didn't have this. Yeah,
And it was brand new. I mean, you could have cleaned it, but it was brand new.
right. I've been like, no, I remember your bowl. And This ain't it.
I
I
think
broke
she
yours
was just
a month
jealous.
ago. I just be like, I broke yours a month ago.
That's, I think she was just jealous.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah. Oh shit. Uncle Barry's in a mood tonight. Your wife can lick it off, Colonel. What's up with that? Oh my God.
What happened?
Hey, Shoe Studio. Oh, Zoom's throwing pies at people again. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Hawk?
What's going on?
Fire in the motherfucking boat.
Well, I guess I'm right on time then.
Yes, you are. Hell yeah. Oh, well, you're ahead of time. My fault. I didn't reload. So, hold on a second.
How you plants looking?
Oh my God, they're jamming, dude. They're so much better than last year already. They're
Well,
already taller than they were last year.
you got
Man,
about 2 weeks to refresh your tops. If you want to top, now would be about the last time to do it.
okay,
You
I'll
know,
be doing it.
yeah,
I'll be.
because
I was going to do that this weekend.
yeah, by the end of the third week of July, the plants will be starting their fast growth. You don't want to be cutting them after the fast growth starts. So get fully developed ends, you know, and yeah, you should be budding by the 5th of August. You know,
Nice.
if the schedule keeps up, you should be flowering, you know, with actual buds starting to form by about the 5th of August. So,
Hey,
Rock
Huck.
on.
Hey, Shaw. Hey, School. Hey, Shoe Studio.
what's
What's
going
up, Steve?
on, Brady? What's going on, bro?
What's up?
Hope all is well. Shaw, how's
Oh
everybody
yeah,
on panel tonight?
Good, good.
rocking on, man. Exactly. But yeah, thanks, Hawk, man, because I was wondering about that too. I was wondering about how late can I do that? Because I mean, they're right at about 4 foot right now.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people call me over the last couple of days. Dude, is it too late for me to take some clones? No, this is the perfect time to take clones, you know, to get your plants started for, you know, your indoor winter, you know, perfect timing for it. So, over the next week, yeah, try and make sure that you got that done.
Yeah, we've
I
been
wouldn't go any later than the 8th. Don't cut anything off after the 8th. Yeah.
yeah, I've been going after the clones, all the lower stuff on the lower branch, the lower stem.
Well,
Um,
okay, so you got to remember the lower branches; those are the ones that, without pollen, will produce a couple of seeds. They're the
oh,
closest to
really?
the ground. So when the plant knows, okay, so basically the way that it works, the plant knows that it's going to die soon, right?
Okay.
So what it will do is it will force all its hormones into those bottommost buds on the bottommost branches. Okay. Because basically, if it was grown naturally out in the woods, okay, without a human being or anything else, you know, basically the seeds would work their way out of the bud, drop down to the ground, get pounded into the ground with the fall rain, frozen in the winter, thawed in the spring to pop up, you know, right around Mother's Day. So natural cycle of a plant trying to carry on its line. You know what I mean? Uh,
Right. Right.
so it will produce a couple of seeds. You know, it's generally it's not a lot. I think the most that I've seen come out of an individual bud on the bottom, okay, is at the most 6 seeds came out of the center bud on that branch. Okay,
Okay.
busted. Yep, and they all grow to be females. So
Oh wow. Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Brand's is scared of fireworks. So.
yeah.
Gunshots, not so much. Fireworks, repeating fireworks. Yeah, he's all freaked out. But yeah, I'm all excited about that, and things are going well. Man, I've been busting ass trying to get the foundation firming done so that I can get the ground up par for putting up my greenhouse framework.
Mm.
This heat's just been killing it, man. But plants are loving it. I get them watered at the end of every day. And
It didn't seem like it got past 75 today.
well, it didn't get above 92, 93, but the humidity has just been horrible.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Was it
I
about
mean,
70, 80%?
about 80 plus percent all day.
Yeah.
Prince is like, oh my gosh, please make it stop. He's like, I need. He's like, don't let it. Then the booms are just going. He's just having a real problem with it. What's up, buddy? What's up, friend? I know. I didn't do it. You want to come here? You want to come closer? You need a hug. You need a hug. Yes, you do. Oh. He's like, I'm just so scared, Dad. Oh. This is the
Are
first
they
4th
letting
of
out
July.
fireworks around you already?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. There's been fireworks here for the last week, off and on. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, fireworks has just been popping off last few days too here.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get crazy here. It always does. It always does.
Work's gonna be insane. It's already insane. We had like 20 minutes today where we couldn't even get to the drive-through. People were just sitting there honking their horns, but we had so many people on the inside.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's just a little gas station. We're the only gas station on this road, so it's a nightmare.
Oh wow! Right. What's wrong with me? He's just not happy with the fireworks, but it's okay. But there's you. There's you. Yeah, he's been he's been freaking out for the past couple days, and now he's so scared he won't go outside. Oh, maybe, 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 go for it. There you go. But yeah, he's just scared a little bit.
Dad, I can't get a hug from here. There's going to be another one, and I'm gonna need a hug, Dad.
I know, right? You big baby.
So we have a less than a quarter of a mile up the hill. We have a shooting range up there, so the fireworks don't bother my dogs at all.
And usually the gunshots and stuff don't bother him too much.
Mm.
Not usually. I mean, we have plenty of that stuff year round around here.
Day and night firing up there, so it's if somebody lit up some fireworks, the dogs would just think that they're part of that. Yeah.
Right.
I swear my dogs know the difference. They don't mind the gunshots, and they grew up around, me firing off guns, but with the fireworks, man, they freak out. They don't like it.
Well, it's because the fireworks echo really high above. They're a lot louder.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is his first 4th of July. I mean, he was born last August 28th.
Yeah.
So this is his first 4th of July. So he's just freaking out a little bit. Like, what the hell is that, Dad? There's lots of shots.
It's freedom.
It's okay, Bob.
I'm not stuck up, Huckleberry. I just, Twitch, got bored with Twitch. Got bored with having to pick sides all the time. There's always an argument going on.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
But, yeah. Nah, this is, today was just miserable with the humidity.
We actually had a little humidity today. Humidity today. I'm hoping that means we're actually finally going to get some rain. We haven't had rain for several weeks now.
I mean, look at this guy. What's he doing?
The
Let me
big
see
dog.
let me see if he'll go outside. Give me just a moment.
It's cold, Razor. Bored and cranky. Well, get over it, Huck, and enjoy the conversation. Come on, come up here and be bored and cranky. Yes. Yeah, listen to Colonel Shaw. Get some coffee.
Come on.
Cheer up.
Come on, if you're coming in. For fuck's sake. Who's next? You coming, Liberty? No? Okay.
And spoke.
I feel like a fucking doorman.
No. Actually, you and I have never argued. You've never even made me pick a side, Huck, and that's appreciated. That's why I like talking to you.
Oh yeah. There or there. You all right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought he fell out of his chair. I was looking at his screen, and he's not in his chair. I was like, did he just sneeze himself out of his chair?
Right. Watch it. It's clean.
Yeah, no, I got a big double fan on the back side of the building here. It draws all the hot air out of here. And so I got to go back there to unplug it in order for it to stop.
So you're gonna. Let me get this right. You said you're going to shut down the business.
Already shut down.
Really?
Already done. Yep. Yeah, it's already shut down. It's
Oh wow.
all 5 greenhouses shut down. I got half the lights that I'm taking with me to the new location already disassembled and boxed up. I still got to do my big 4-foot by 4-foot LEDs. Get those all packaged. I've got to get 2 air conditioners packaged. That they're wall mountable, but they're weird. They're not like a regular air conditioning system. They're just about 3.5 feet long, and they're only like 8 inches tall, and they're kind of domed. It's got this rounded.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The Mitsubishi units.
Yeah. So I got to pack those up because I don't want them getting broken in the move,
Right.
So it's basically I'll have my 6 plants, six plants grown in a greenhouse at the new location, over the winter time. I got enough shit put away. I ain't got to worry about it.
Are you going to restart a business or?
No. It's we're going to be doing a bed, bud, and breakfast kind of.
I know. Stuff. I remember. Yeah.
Yep. But a healthy healing. It's basically going to be a healing ranch. People. You finish chemotherapy and shit like that, and you just need to get away from everybody and heal up your body at the same time, heal up your spirit, get your mind right, and everything else.
Right.
And some quiet solitude and in the middle of God's country, it tends to make you feel a lot better. Yeah. Plus, there's great fish in there. There's rafting and the elk that come through there, are outrageous. There's 2 herds that live on that BLM property that's adjacent to this place, and The herds come over and they have their calves. They're every winter, and he says by the middle of spring, you got 60 or 70 babies running around, and
Right.
yeah, and you think 60 or 70, those aren't small herds.
Right.
The two herds that move around over there. But BLM has got the Bureau of Land Management has a what do you call it, the preserve, wildlife preserve,
Right.
which is about 3 miles up from where our property is, and it's like a 500 or 600 acre place that they have there, and that's where all the herds come from, So
Oh, wow.
yeah, you know, uh,
But yeah, no shit, man. I was just digging on this garden, trying to get that framework up for the fence for the greenhouse.
yeah,
And man, it's just been brutal.
yeah. You're building the frame out of wood.
Yeah, but I got to level the ground up first.
Yeah.
Yeah, around the garden.
Hey, Zach. How's it going, buddy?
But yeah, no, I've been busting ass. In fact, let me. I can show you. I think. Let me see here. If you guys don't mind, you bring up the video.
Not playing, man. I like what you got going on though.
This doesn't
Dom
allow.
T was wanting a debate earlier. He said he picked the side nobody liked.
Why shut down? Well, the with the prices for electricity now going fucking sky high for farms like mine,
Right.
because they don't hit my electricity like they hit the farmers who are growing corn and beans and all that other shit. No, I'm a pot farm, so I'm gonna pay prime price for all my lights and everything else. And yep, I'm done with it. I'm done with their games.
Right.
At the same time, this property has been a money pit. If somebody had a couple of $1 million that they could sink into this place, yeah, they could do something with it. But I've sunk all I'm gonna sink into this place. Absolutely.
Right. But there's the pier points and what I've got set up for a framework around what the berm retaining. Yep. And I've had to move in all this dirt, build this shovel and hand and wheelbarrow, off of the trailer.
Are those all still those pallets and stickers that you're getting those 4x6s off of?
Yeah, those 4x4s right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're 4x4s. Okay.
Yeah, those are 4x4s.
Nice, man.
And those are going to be the top rail. And so I'm making sure my foundation matches everything up direct measure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing any games anymore. Right. I was trying to measure it all out and make it all perfect. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Watch this. And I just went and grabbed the wood and started laying it out. I got strings run and shit like that. But yeah. I was like, you know what? Just direct measure this stuff, make sure that they're in the right spot, the right place. And yeah, I've had to berm that completely up. That whole north wall and this back wall, it's going to be a beast. But at least I can get the trailer in there and just shovel it right off the trailer into where it's got to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to wheelbarrow it in and deal with it that way. But that back wall, this wall, which I'm showing right there, yeah, that's been a beast.
I'd be taking that tree out right there.
That's my peach tree. It's going to stay in the greenhouse.
Oh, it's going to be in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I've got it. I've been manicuring it over the last couple of years, and it's gonna be the tree in the greenhouse. And these are my spicy tomatoes. That's a pepper plant. That's potatoes right there. That's my grown potatoes.
Now, are you elevating your planter beds and
Oh
planting
yeah,
beds? Okay,
yep,
right on.
yeah.
On mine to try to hopefully get keep some radiant heat. I'm actually trenching my walkways, so my planting bed's going to be level with the ground.
Oh right. Well, the I had to work up the leveling in the garden over the last couple of years, and rather than throw in a bunch of rock and clay, I've been building it up with wood chips and baking soil. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
um, it's gotten more level over the last 3 years, but yeah, it's a lot better than it was. But yeah, you can see the difference when you look at that retaining wall over there. It's still got uh, 3.5 feet to go. But yeah, my cucumbers are jamming. The zucchinis are coming in. The tomatoes are fucking just going nuts.
It looks like a pickling cucumber.
That's up. Yep, those are some of them are pickles and some of them are slicers. But
I'm
that's
a
my
pickle.
yeah. That's my wall of cucumbers. That's all growing up on a fence. On a fence rail. Let me see here. I can show you more of the garden in this other one. There's my green beans and the potatoes, onions, and that's the corn right there. Um, but yeah, this is my high. This is the one corner that was raw. You know what I'm saying? Everything else was lower than that corner. So I've had to keep building and building and building.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, believe it or not, that's not exactly where the ground was before I started all this a couple years ago. It's been a hell of a effort to level up the ground, and the garden's still not level with this, especially. But it's getting there. I'm gonna put that tank in this corner over here. When I pan back, this back corner, that's where my aquaponics tank is gonna go right here in the corner on the inside of the greenhouse.
Oh, okay. Right on.
Yeah.
What are you
Just
doing with the aquaponics?
I'm going to be, doing my thing with raising fish and my waterborne vegetables like lettuce,
Right
celery,
on.
and stuff like that that damn near require hydroponics just to grow decently for the most part.
Right. Have you ever
So
looked into that aeroponics? Where
yeah,
it's
I have.
basically mist that blows on them all the time.
Yeah, you need a complete environmental control system on that thing, man. Fuck all
Oh
that.
yeah. And those systems that'll turn not only water but the nutrients into mist. Those things are pricey.
Oh yeah, yeah. The hell with all that.
Yep, that's what
they would
scared me
blow
away.
up and everything else if they didn't build them right.
Yeah, yep.
You know, it's
But yeah, that flat area there to the left. Go back over there. That there.
And I'm sure they're really good. They're just more than what I want to spend on it.
This area right here, that's where I want to put that tank. That's why it's cut out like it is. I'm gonna once I get this wall framed in and set up. And then what I'm putting in there is straight up rock and clay. So once it's set, it's gonna be. I'll have to put a drain in this wall so that I don't fill a swamp in the back of my garden. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because this stuff will hold water. I mean, in fact, the places where I dug out with my backhoe, the last time it rained, there's still water in those holes. From the last time it rained like almost 10 days ago.
Nice.
So yeah,
Oh,
you have
I was gonna
to. But
I was gonna tell you too, that experiment that I did with my potatoes. My potatoes are going nuts. Where I did a raised bed about 6 foot diameter and about 3 foot deep, and filled it with sand and basically a sand and potting soil mix. The
right.
tops are nice and they're just massive, so I know they're going deep. So hopefully that whole area will be filled with potatoes.
Oh wow,
So I got lucky. One of my experiments actually worked out.
nice. That's great. It's nice when
Usually
they work out.
everything. What's that?
I said it's really nice when they do work out.
Exactly, because usually my experiments make everything die. So I'm really happy about this.
Right? Yeah, I'm having problems right now with herbs. You know, trying to get them started. I was using the wet table, and I figured I'd just place them on the wet table and keep it wet, and wouldn't have to water them a month, or that kind of thing.
Right. It's clay, man. I'm telling you, it's clay. Clay is a whole new monster. It's
Right.
just I'm used to where I grew up, it was sandy loam. So everything grew there, grew there and grew there well. Moving up here where it's clay, oh, it's a whole new learning experience. Everything is different.
Now, the thing is now we actually one of the first grows that I did out here, the guy had red clay for in his soil, and I said to him, I said, well, how are you going to deal with this? And he says, man, he says, I'm going to tell you, he says, I get all the clay and the actual dirt separated, and
Right.
he says, and I just form my walls. I form my walls with that clay. So when that sun is cooking it, that clay, it's hardening it up.
Yep.
And he said, he said that the minerals that wash out of the clay and get to the roots, he said, are just delivering a whole different nutrient to the plants. And he wasn't kidding, man. It's that was a beautiful grow. It was a beautiful grow. But he does the same thing for his apple trees and his pear trees. Um, he said because he has to bring them in the real cold time of the season.
Yep.
So he just digs all the dirt around where he made that clay shell and picks that whole thing up and takes it right in the greenhouse.
I've been doing a lot like what Emerald's doing, adding wood chips, tilling it in, tilling it in, and just trying to get that to loosen up. Because with that clay, you're talking about as hard as it gets is with the sun. And anybody that's not used to it, you're not kidding. I mean, there's places, if we don't water it first to try to dig it up and till it, you'll be out there with a pickaxe trying to get through it.
Well, yeah, you try and think of a root trying to go through it. The root of a plant trying to break through it.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that's the trick, is getting all the wood chips in there and throwing them in every year, letting them break down. But I also threw tons of shredded paper, leaves, all the leaves I could get back in the garden, every fall. And we brought in about 4 tons of sand. You know what I'm saying? To throw sand in there to get it loamy as well. We've been, just throwing rabbit manure and eggshells, tea, coffee, all of the. Go ahead.
No, I was just agreeing. I was saying, yep.
But the big thing is we've been running in we're getting about 2 yards of trailers. So far, we've put in 14 yards of wood chips this year. And we get them for free. We just got to go get them and load the trailer and bring them back and unload them into the garden. But yeah, but I don't have any weeds to speak of. You know what I'm saying? That's the awesome thing about it.
I God, I couldn't tell you. I've even been going to the local tree branch drop off with my little chipper, and I've been chipping the branches there. I talked to the city, and they're like, "Have what you want." So I've been running through there, filling my trailer in the back of my pickup with wood chips and bringing them in. So that little chipper, it was one off Amazon. It has a little Kohler motor. It was like I think $649 or something like that. That thing's already paid for itself probably 3 times over. It's an amazing little chipper.
Right. And this is my forward side of my garden instead of the back side. But look at those tomato plants already bridging the crest. And this
Oh, yeah,
was
they're already.
5 days ago.
Wow. Your
So-
trellis, your arch trellis is getting covered too there already. Wow.
That's what I was saying. That these tomato plants here they're so thick. I'm gonna have to go back and pull off stuff I can't get to weave into the fence. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off, and set it in water, set it in a pot, and water it, and plant it. Let somebody else plant them. Yeah, they're getting so big, dude. Look at that. You can't see through that.
Nice.
You know, there's the zucchini, and right there to the bottom, that's the okra right there. Yeah, okra's another 3 to 6 inches taller than that. But yeah, we got zucchini coming in. We've got cucumbers coming in. We've got the tomato plants are loaded with tomatoes. They're just not turning red yet. So yeah, green beans are damn near reaching the apex of the trellis on the other side.
No, what? You want more? How could you want more? How could you want more? Oh.
But yeah, no, everything's growing gangbusters. My blueberry plants ain't doing so well though. I'm gonna bring that down. Yeah, my blueberry plants ain't doing so well. But then again, I kind of expected this. They have to adjust to the soil. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Right.
Sunworks Mining. How are you? I think I know who that is. It's that guy. Nice Bitcoin there you got there.
You like that?
I do. I like that. That's cool.
So, I wanted to bring Sunworks Mining up because it talks to Hawk's rant, which I 1,100 billion million gazillion % agree with. And it's not just in Oregon, but power's going up everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Your utility is about to charge you an additional 20 to 40% for your power, for the electricity that comes into your house. And I've recently just said stop, full stop. Fucking full on solar, and I'm building out as we speak.
My panels are on the way. I only ordered 5 this time though. I haven't gone as big as you.
Well, I mean,
but
that's the thing. It's an incremental thing. I'm not even I can afford to go the whole hog all at once, and nor do I want to, because
Right.
it's changing consistently. It's developing, it's growing, it's new and different, cooler shit. But my point here is that people are bringing 15, 20 kVA solutions online that are running their houses. Dude, I'm gonna run a small grow here on solar. It's going to happen.
Go
I have
LED
lights.
Yeah, definitely go LED then.
Oh yeah. I've already been. I'm a Spider Farms freak.
Oh, did you see that new light that friggin' Gavita just put out?
No, I have not.
The new LED they just put out.
If it's Gavita, it's fucking expensive. That's for sure.
But it's 100% comparable to 1,000-watt HPS.
For how many watts does it cost me? Does it cost me an actual 1,000 watts?
It's gonna okay. So my Gavitas run about it's between $48 to $60 per light per month. Okay.
Yeah, they're hot. They're
And-
expensive.
Yeah, it's but my LEDs cost me about $16 a month, and they're 4x4s. You know, 4 foot by 4
Oh, yeah.
foot, about 2 inches thick.
Absolutely.
And yeah,
And they're cheap
Yeah.
and power to run. Yep.
Well, yeah, it's I mean they run 220. I mean you can plug them into 110, but they run best on 220.
Right.
And they put off absolutely no heat, so
Yep.
no need for air conditioning.
No thermal. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm starting a Bitcoin mining farm out here in the desert.
Right on.
And it's eating. It's fuck Jesus Christ, is it eating power?
Wow.
Woo, buddy. It
Well-
eats juice like nobody's business. Go ahead.
A fun fact: if you got something that has equivalent output, if you can get it in 220 or 110 with equal output, the 220 will actually draw less power.
Yeah,
Less
absolutely.
current
Yep.
and less power. It's
Well,
more efficient. The 220 is actually more efficient. Yes. If you can get it to run at 220, run it at 220. Less current flow, less copper to move that power, everything. Yes.
And there's absolutely no reason that you can't get solar to give you 220.
Absolutely. I
Yeah.
programmed my inverters to give me to, as a matter of fact, I have 3 staged or 3 of them in parallel. And they give me 240 single phase, 60 hertz.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'm pleased. But I just wanted to say that while I'm not a solar expert, dude, I'm out there just pushing hard and fast to get my little slice of heaven here, sun powered, which has proven to me I'm gonna need more battery. I'm gonna need more copper in the ground. There's just a whole, and I'm gonna need a shit ton more solar panels. I've got about 15K. I'm gonna need about another 15K.
That B word is what makes me nervous about going completely off grid.
What's that?
Lord
The
Skull
batteries.
says no, use 420 volts.
So
Well,
pricey.
there's a lot of ways to slice that. Really, not the least of which is grid tie and buyback. And that's another reason I wanted to jump on here, because I know Hawks in Oregon, and Oregon has a very aggressive power buyback, or what do they call net metering solution, where you can sell all the power you can make back to them at retail, and they have to buy it.
Wow.
Nice. See, here we can't. Pretty much, you want to offset your cost is what you want
and
to do.
that's all we can do here in Nevada, or in this spot. But I'm looking at other spots under Nevada Power that they have a different. They have a more state legislature driven policy, because they're a commercial entity versus the little mom and pop co-op entities who are surprisingly excluded from that net metering law requirements. But do your own legwork. I have on Oregon, and that's why I wanted to jump up in here. If you make solar power, they got to buy it back from you at a fat rate, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. So without batteries, the B word, the batteries, what you do is you create enough solar during the day to run your house and push back into the grid. And then at night you suck it off grid, and your whole charge for the month is like $6 of regulatory, because the feds say they have to send you a bill.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. See, now,
but there's ways to do that, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll shut up now.
No, it's one of the guys who came out to talk to me about buying this land. Because it's 30 acres. Yes, it has to be cleared. There's no, there's a shitload of trees that need to be taken down, and they're cottonwood, so it's waste wood. I mean, you can't really use cottonwood for much of anything. It burns so fast. You can't, so you can't use it for cooking. You can't use it for, heating purposes. So it's pretty much bonfire material, is what it is, you know. And the guy says to me, he says, no, that's exactly what I want to do. He says, I want to clear the land. He says, leave the transformer right where it's at. And he says, and sink nothing but solar panels from edge of the property to the edge of the property. You know,
Oh
and
wow.
it's so, but the deal is if that's what he's going to do with it, if it's not going to be agricultural, then uh, then he's going to buy the land at a certain price, and a certain amount of royalties will have to come to us for a couple of years, because of the fact that he diverted from the purpose of what the land is, because he is then completely surrounded by organic growers.
I'm gonna say hi to the Raiders real quick. Go Butch, everybody. Hey Raiders.
Hey, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome in. Thank you, dear Butch. Good to see you guys.
Ghost, Platoon, Colonel Shaw, Skull, Deer Butch, Huck.
I was looking forward to seeing that report from Colonel Shaw about the nature of the game over in Europe. He was going to say that there was been some heavy protest by the farmers and stuff like that. He was going to give us an update on that. Are you feel up to it, Colonel?
I got to give them props in Europe, England as well, because the little farmers, even when they tried to corporatize a lot of farming over there, those little farmers balled up and blocked the streets. And now with what I'm not sure what they're going on to think about the prices of fuel right now and stuff, but now they're doing it again, and they're able to maintain it as small farms and stuff. So they're not like here where everybody just allowed the corporate farms to take over.
Right.
But hats off to the farmers over there for the little guys for sticking up for themselves. Absolutely.
Yeah, they had like 2,000 tractors or something like that in that big mess. The gathering that they had, yeah, I think there were over 2,000 tractors. They showed up for that, and there were a couple of big machines too, combine size equipment and shit like that too. So, but yeah, that was a pretty cool video that they did of shooting all the people gathered over there to protest. That was nice. It was nice to see that, because we haven't, you think about it, since all this crap started. We heard from the farmers in America, at the beginning, and then we heard about some off stuff, but out of country, out of the United States, you didn't really see much of that going on, and to see that, part of the dynamic of population coming up is, I think that it's going to make a difference. Everybody has to hurt one way or another, or else we don't learn shit from this.
That's right. That's right. That's what I've been telling people. We're going to have to go through this bullshit. We have to go through hell to get to heaven, because nobody's going to appreciate it if we don't.
Yep. The idea of it is, there's that country song, if you're going through hell, just keep on going. Don't slow down. Just keep moving.
Right.
You'll get out the other side before the devil even knows you're there.
Yeah.
A damn good song. If nobody's heard it, look it up. He's preaching right now. That's a good song.
Yeah, it's because this is in many ways, this is fact, biblical.
Yep.
This
is all biblical.
And I've had people question me about it, but I believe this is as much spiritual as it is human dynamic, physical.
Correct.
Because of the fact that we are seeing things that we never saw before, but were always there. They were always there. We just didn't see it.
Right.
We were putting two and two together. But no, it's no, it's not over yet. But and it is going to get worse before it gets better, because things that are going to happen that are good, and the bad element is going to be pissed off because that good is going on, you know. And these and the bad people, they're going to do everything that they can to achieve their goals, but
Yep.
it's not going to happen.
Scorched earth is the way it's going to go.
Yeah, I think way too many of us are awake now.
Yep. Fire in the bowl.
And the way they're playing with money right now, you know, that's
Well, they know it's getting ready. They can't. Their books died in 13, dude.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's and the thing is that our the bankruptcy, you know, our final bankruptcy was closed off in 1999. Okay.
And the Fed books don't. The Fed books, even in its founding documents of the Fed that are available publicly, it says the plan in there for the Fed, and it only is planned for 100 years. After that, it dies.
Yeah.
You can't be different.
Because I wanted to ask him where he thinks Bitcoin is going to go in all this now. I'm really curious to know. I haven't done anything with Bitcoin. I don't understand all that digital currency shit. I got into silver early, very early. But yeah, I'm curious to know how the Bitcoin thing is going to go here. Because if it becomes comparable to gold,
Yeah.
you know, then gold has to go up. And if gold
I don't know. Yeah.
silver has to go up. I think we're going to see silver hit about between 1825 and 1850, somewhere in that goal there, and then all of a sudden we're going to see it fucking shoot up like crazy overnight.
Right.
I'm not kidding. Hey, Sunworks, I got a question for you. Where do you
yes, sir.
Where do you see Bitcoin going in all of this with the financial manipulation going on?
So, Bitcoin as an investment is crap. I wouldn't buy it for fuck.
Okay.
It represents nothing. It's like those NFTs, those tokens, those non-fungible tokens.
Okay.
They represent nothing. There's no inherent or intrinsic value there at all. None. So I'll be brutally honest with you. Unless you're making fucking Bitcoin out of thin air like I'm doing, then as an investment, it's a piece of shit.
Okay.
It's down in the bottom right now. The Bitcoin people will tell you, oh, this is just cyclical, like everything else financial and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be around for a while. The chances are really good it's going to be around for a while. And the chances are really good it's going to make like a 50,000. It's going to make it to 50 to 100,000. I've been on here before saying Bitcoin will go to 100,000. And it will. Just not this week, and next week ain't looking too good either.
Mm-hmm.
My point here is eventually it will. I may just not be around to see it.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. So you can see it's comparatively against gold and silver.
Well, as a value, see, and that's what gold and silver has that Bitcoin don't. Gold and silver are a internationally observed store of wealth and a battle or hedge against inflation. Right. In other words, the price, the history has always, literally 100% of the time, when the shit hits the fan and the market goes down, gold goes up. Precious metals go up. Why? Because people go there, buy that for a quote unquote sense of financial, what's the word I'm looking at? Stability.
Yeah.
Robustness.
And scary.
Yeah. So when shit gets scary, people buy gold. When people buy gold, price of gold goes up.
Right.
That's really gold, silver, same thing. Bitcoin ain't nowhere near that. Now, there's a bunch of talking heads that fucking own a bunch of Bitcoin and options in Bitcoin that want you to buy Bitcoin, that want you to think Bitcoin is the greatest thing since sliced bread. And they're pretty and they talk sweet and they'll offer you money and fucking, it'll sound like they're making sense. But Bitcoin has zero fucking intrinsic value. Zero. And I'll get off my soapbox.
So now when you mine it, do you turn that around immediately? Do you get that?
I do not in today's market. And so here's what mining gives you over investing.
Okay.
Mining, and particularly with, and literally the only way you can mine it these days and make a profit is if you get free power, low cost power, very low cost power. And that's where you get solar. But for solar to push 1.25 or 1.5 megawatts of power into, say, a container that is full of 400 Bitcoin miners, then that container will eat that 1.5 megawatts of power. 1.5 megawatts of solar panel power is a shit ton. For 1 megawatt is 4,738 panels of 250 watts each. So it'll swamp my little 5 acres, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I don't have enough area for that many panels for 1 megawatt, but I can create low cost power. Like my solar power right now, the cost that I have in my solar power
System.
setup. Roughly, it's a little less than 15,000. Amortized over 20 years, it's costing me $1.39 a day. Okay, that's my total solar power. Now, I don't have a lot of solar power up and running right now because most of my panels are sitting on the ground on a pallet, and that's where I'm trying to get. And there's a lot of work, and it's fucking 110 degrees that I don't really want to sweat in. And there's a whole bunch of extenuated.
1,000 degrees.
Exactly. See, you've been there, right? Wiz knows. But with that said, right now I could pull, 7,000 watts of power off with just panels out on the ground, and that really charges Bitcoin mining joint all day when the sun's out, and I can get a half an evening with the batteries that I have, and more batteries are going to cost me more money. But right now, my power costs me a flat $1.39 a day. That's the only way I can mine Bitcoin and make any money.
For about 10 hours a day.
I need to be mining 24 hours a day.
Yeah. That's a whole lot more, battery. Yeah.
Well, and that's where my earlier conversation with Hawk around grid tie and buying back, producing a lot during the day and buying it back at night from the grid. That's a non-battery scenario there, and that will save, if you can get the proper paperwork and net metering in place, that'll save you a shit ton of money.
Sure.
I'm going to go out and fill out my paperwork and petition my local guys to give me net metering. In other words, and that means that I can build out enough solar to sell back to them to make the grid my battery. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah.
My only problem is going to be, and I see a squish point here, is that they may limit me to 25 kVA. I don't know if that's 25 kVA or 25,000 kVA per month or annually. I don't know. The number's in there. I need to relook at that number closer. There may be a limitation on how much I can sell / get back, but I don't know. We'll see.
My pups don't like it like them either, Zach. And it's weird because they don't mind if I'm shooting the gun, but they do not like the fireworks. Zach said his dogs are afraid of the fireworks. So usually on the 4th, I'll kick back in the backyard and watch the fireworks, and then let the dogs hide underneath me.
Hey, I found a soft start solution for my refrigerators that I think I can put together rather reasonably.
Tell me more.
I'll tell you how it works if it works once it works, and yeah, I'm gonna do it here next week. I'll be ordering the parts and pieces, making the soft starter units. This is basically a bridge connection between the power cord and you plug your refrigerator into it, but it'll stop the hard draws on the refrigerators. Been kicking my inverter out early because of the hard draws, especially in the high temp stuff like that. In fact, I think it popped my one of my breakers today on between the charge controller and the battery array. So I was like, oh shit. So I'm running on a generator right now. But I'll go out and check the system out end to end just to make sure everything's right. But I just added 3 batteries and everything was feeling beautiful. And now all of a sudden, I've got an issue. So
Is it the new batteries?
I'm thinking not. I think it's a draw system set from the inverter. I've got a backup inverter, but I think it's actually the refrigerators all hit at once or something, or they were all running and hit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was hot, humid, horrible today. So the harder draws, stuff like that. So I'm going to do a soft start solution at the refrigerators.
Hey, Butch, where are you going?
And it seems to be really affordable.
Take care, Butch.
I should be able to get it together for like $40, $45.
See a lot of people commenting about the fireworks again. You know,
Yeah.
one thing that you could do is make a batch of dog biscuits, and for a quarter of the butter necessary in order to make the dog biscuits, replace that with can of butter. Put some pot butter in there for when you do up the dough for making the dog biscuits. Medicate the dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm gonna
So like a quarter of the strength that you would make it for you to make brownies. Okay, because your dogs are big. Those are not light dogs. You know, you're talking 100-pound dog already. You know, if I'm not mistaken, right around 100 pounds. The young one.
wow, man. Don went.
Your
Don,
young
what did you do?
I was going to see if you guys. I was going to give you my shopping list of stuff I just ordered and see if you guys could figure out what I was making.
Go for it.
Okay, well, go ahead.
I ordered 50 10mm round neodymium. I can't say it. Magnets. There we go.
Okay.
And then yes, thank you. I've been getting up at 4 all week. So, and then 50 acrylic 10mm balls, a glass tube, a 4-foot glass tube, which I'll cut it down, and it will actually, I'll have to put it into a hoop shape and then seal the ends, and several smaller flat magnets with an angle on them, and some copper motor wire.
That's a good question. Who is Hawk? Yeah,
You're making a power coil
with all the German Shepherds.
Yep. Gonna try it out, see if I can get it. I figured you'd be the one to catch it. I figured Don would too, but gonna see how well it'll work.
He's basically making a generator. Are you going to do a wind driven?
You're gonna make a
No,
test oil?
I'm going to use the odd shape, the little they're they're kind of trapezoid shape magnet, so it'll be stronger at one end, weaker at the other, and place those on the outside. And I'm hoping, and they've got a little bit of an inverted conical shape to them. I'm hoping if I can get it started, it'll push each magnet past it, and then have to where they're not just sticking to each other. Have that acrylic bead in between each one, and
Well, your
see what it
has to be
does.
perfect. Your geometry has to be perfect. So
Yeah, I've got it.
what is it? 963s. Make sure your 963s are in order, and you're fine.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to have the acrylic tube worked on a little bit, because you can't have too much space or it'll all buckle. So, but you've got to have enough space to where they can move freely. So I had to order a 10 millimeter interior diameter tube, but I'm going to have it just slightly honed out. So
Oh wow!
I'm talking, you know what I mean? Just just a fraction. It's because they can't. If there's too much space, it'll try to buckle, and all those magnets will try to roll and pin against each other.
You could possibly sleeve it, and that would be enough. Pull the sleeve back out. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got you. Yep.
What's up, Wizard?
How's it going?
Hi,
How's
Michelle.
it going? Hey, guys. Hi, Hawk.
What's going on, Michelle?
How you guys doing?
Hi, Kim.
Waffles. What's the
Hey,
waffle
Rusty
house
Grandma.
at 3 a.m.
Yeah. What? Say what? I didn't hear you.
Oh no, I was reading the chat. Platoon Mash said my Waffle House was robbed around 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah.
And like the one in Portland, Oregon, that one's open 24 hours a day. They make on, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. Big bank.
Well, I know Zach well enough to know that he's going to take that personally, because he really likes the Waffle House.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
They make the best ribeye in Portland. Well, that's not true. Bare Necessities, the strip club, actually makes the best ribeyes.
What?
But
Did you just say?
yeah,
Did
the
you
strip
just
club,
say?
the best
Did you?
best food cooked in Portland, Oregon, you will find at strip bars.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Guess I won't be going there.
See, around here, you any steakhouse in a small town, and you'll get some good food.
Okay, good food, yeah.
Absolutely agree with Hawk. Some of the best food in Portland's at a strip joint.
Yeah.
Michelle.
Go ahead. You're
Hi.
gonna say it next.
I wanted to jump up here for Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I find
What's up?
myself thinking about you a lot recently. Every
Aw.
time I hear this Supreme Court decision, I think about you.
Thank
I
you.
do.
It was a lot of work traveling back and forth to DC all them years, and especially going on a train for 13, 14 hours. But it was well worth it. And thank you. But we need to do more. You know, there's a lot more need to be done.
Oh yeah,
I
we
live
ain't
in New
done.
York. You know, we're not done killing babies here yet, unless we've replaced the governor and everyone in it.
New York.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, New
That
York.
was
We need to
that
put a
was-
wall up around New York.
that
Right?
was
But get me out before you put that wall up.
Okay. All right.
that was the thing that the sheriff said to a bunch of protesters in Portland. You know, it's abortion is still legal in the state of Oregon.
And it will be, because
It's
it's
just-
a pro-abortion
Yeah,
state.
it's so what are you protesting for? You know, is what they're asking. You know, why are you wanting to burn down your city when you still have the right to go and do it?
Right?
You know, it's up to the states now, and a lot of people think that just because the federal government overturned it, that there's not going to be any. Well, that's not going to be the case. There are going to be places where, you know, where a woman's going to do that, you know. But the thing is in those decisions, what I want to see as an outcome, is the men being part of the decision, because I've met so many that have said that, yeah, she was pregnant and then she told me she had a miscarriage. And then her friend came over to me and said, no, she went and had an abortion.
That's so messed up.
That's discounting the parent, the father, because it took two to create.
You know more
right.
people like that than you know.
Yeah. And
You're right, Hawk.
And that's the thing is, how do you know that couldn't be the one, that thing? Oh, well, he's too immature. How do you know that that's not the thing that makes him grow up? That gives him purpose,
Exactly. Yep.
Other than chasing pussy around, because
Right.
up until they figure out what responsibility is, that's what they're doing.
Speaking of chasing pussy or penis, Huck, I'm not sure. I'm absolutely sure that I do not know if they sell snakes
Helicopter penis
at the Glittery Helicopter Penis clubs. I'm sure they do have those clubs. I'm trying real hard to keep a straight face here, but
you'll find Obama there probably.
I'm sure that if there are Glittery Helicopter Penis clubs, they may sell snakes.
Don for that.
You know what?
Thank you for that image.
They get closer to selling, say, quiche than they do a snake.
Thank you for that thought. No, I'm not going to get that out of my head now.
Glittery helicopter penises, and I know that Huck set me up, right? This is all Huck's fault, and I was set up.
She hit the button.
She drugged me screaming and kicking down into this gutter.
Right, fired the motherfucking boat.
But that brings me to another question that I wanted to ask Michelle. Michelle, is that a joint that I see you smoking?
A blunt.
Earlier, yeah.
It's a blunt.
So I've heard you talk recently about wanting to smoke more weed, but I haven't actually seen you smoke more weed. So this is a new.
I'm not going to do it as much as I feel guilty still about it, As
Why?
a born again Christian, I feel guilty.
You really need to get past that.
Have you researched
Jesus, you really need to get past that.
No, Hawk, I really don't know too much about cannabis. I'm just finally learning the difference between sativa, indica, and hybrid. Was it hybrid?
Hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually got to point something out, and I'm not a smoker, but I'm pretty familiar with the Bible, and I don't believe there's any place in there that says.
Well, doesn't it say not to be drunk like
God
drunkard?
loves the herb. I mean, all of his disciples was passing around a blunt right there at the what was it, 12 guys at the table? If you look at that picture, you will find a blunt.
No, they had incense burners.
I'm not kidding.
Okay, so
anyway.
All right. So speaking in the religious sense, the thing that they swing back and forth in the Catholic Church as they're going up the aisle, was a combination of frankincense and cannabis.
And
I don't know anything about that.
Yep.
Frankincense and myrrh.
And it's just me. It's just me that feels that guilt. I know a lot of people who smoke that don't feel guilty, but I don't know.
See, I thought myrrh was for preservation.
No, myrrh was also spread during the frankincense and myrrh were a combination through for the incense. And ironically, a lot of that incense began to keep the place smelling better because there was not a lot of modern day
facilities, showers.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that the anointing oil had a lot of cannabinoids in it?
Now some of the burial rituals and stuff, there is rumor of cannabinoids. Yep.
There you go.
Some of the burial
now
processes, and it was
Oh, sorry. It's sour power. My
Sour
friend.
Tower. Okay, so that would be the Sour Kush and the Pure Power Plant.
Okay, now they
So,
told me it was
so
it was
those
it
are
was
those
half.
are both.
It was more like a sativa kind, but it's got like the hybrid in it too.
Well, that's okay. Hybrid means the crossing of two different types of genetics.
Okay.
So the Sour Kush is one genetic, and the Pure Power Plant is the PPP is another genetic. So they're both sativas, but they're a hybrid because they mix them together. They mix the
Right.
two strains together. So, um,
That's what hybrid means.
yeah. So is that it's been crossbred. I do a lot of that here on the farm. Intentional crossbreeding, not like having a male pop up in the middle of something.
Right.
Because there are actually tests for growers that you cut off one of the little round leaves, the first two leaves that come out after you get your first set of serrated. You cut one of those little round leaves off, mash it on the card, you send it into Phylos Bioscience, and they'll tell you in 3 days as to whether that's a male or a female seed. You think about how much it costs you to grow the plant until the age in which the sex shows, right? It's about $120, right? But if you could spend $5 and know what that plant is after it germinates, then
Right.
basically you'll never have any males in your garden.
Well, we only had 2 this year. We only had 2.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but you moved them off site in order to gather the pollen on them, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
one of them, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, and that's a really smart idea. It's the idea of preserving, and if you keep that refrigerated at all times after you collect it, keep it refrigerated. It adds a limited moisture to it, so that when you go to brush it onto a branch, then it'll cling to the branch. It won't be so airborne.
Right. I plan on doing a water solution, just
Yep.
that kind of thing.
You get one of those brushes that women use for when they put stuff on their cheeks. They put on their cheeks. You get one of those brushes, and you get the pollen on that, and make a little tent, plastic tent, just over the
I
one
remember.
branch. Seal it all the way down by the stalk. Seal it, and then have it TP down to the ground, right? So that so nothing can escape out of it, and make sure you have a good flap on the front, and then lift up that flap, get your arm in there with the stuff on there, and you just brush it right across the whole branch. Brush it across the whole thing. And then 36 hours later, you go out and you spritz it with water bottles inside there, keeping it in, and do it so that the water's hitting the plastic too, but that the water's going down the plastic and not coming down on top of the plant.
Right.
Because the water coming off the plastic will bring any impurities that are on the plastic, and it can kill off it'll mold up little spots. But the rest of the branch, do your water on there, spritz it on there, and you do it a couple of days like that, so that way there, then you're getting you're putting so much moisture inside that tent that the pollen cannot stay airborne.
Right.
After about the third day of spritzing, then you pull it off, and then you spray down the whole plant. Do like like you would to make it like like a mist almost. Mist the whole plant, all at one time. Do it, like with your hose, and then leave it alone. Then you got that one branch that's all pollinated, and that will produce your seeds, and you're guaranteed to have that strain. And if you're crossing strains, then you're gonna get F1, F2, and F3 seeds out of that. And then what I would recommend is next year plant the same 2 strains again, find a male again, and cross it back to strengthen that strain. So that way then you have a good solid strain that will always produce almost identical. Based upon on the grower's ability and what they're using for fertilizer and stuff.
Wow.
So
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
You just blew my mind there because everything you were describing. I wonder if roses are the same because everything you described is also roses. So I wonder if there's some sort of familiar,
Well, in a way there is, because when you okay, so if you ever saw my gardens, Wiz has seen them a couple of times. I've shown the videos. I prune my plants in a way that they never get over a certain height.
right?
They could just get wider and wider and wider. So for every top that I cut off, I get 2 new tops,
I'll be darned.
which is identical to what a rose does. But it grows with the vigor that a tomato plant grows.
Holy crap! I could grow weed.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, if you can grow both of those things, if you can grow a rose bush and you can grow a tomato plant, there's absolutely no reason that you cannot be successful at growing cannabis.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
be darned.
Right. Same thing. Same deal.
Roses weren't easy to learn. There was a lot of trial and error, but yeah, I'll be
Like a
darned.
tomato plant. Treat them like a tomato plant.
Nice.
That's it. Yep.
I like
Nice.
strawberry cough. Strawberry cough is my favorite.
Yeah, that was designed by Kyle Cushman out of California. He was a good friend of my buddy Subcool. Subcool passed away about a year ago, but Subcool owns a company called TGA Genetics, the Green Avengers. They were the first medical seed producers worldwide, and they started off here in Oregon, then they moved down to California. Subcool and Miss Jill. Miss Jill is still around. She's actually back up here in Oregon, and she's doing she produces seeds. That's what she does for a living. Subcool, he passed away about a year ago after their whole city in California just burnt. All the houses burnt, but the trees were all perfectly fine. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry about interrupting you guys
It's
on that.
hard.
I just thought that was an interesting parallel.
It's hard for me to get anything straight sativa.
Most of the time you'll find about 80 20s. It'll be about 80%. But this is the thing: is sativas are more psychotropic than the indicas are.
What does that mean? Psychotropic. What does that mean?
Psychotropic is the head high.
Kimmy,
Oh.
Hi, Kimmy. I've been meaning to say hi to you for a while.
I like the sativa because it makes me productive.
Yeah, they're generally energy inducing. It's indica. Take the word couch.
Yes.
Okay.
I do not like indica. It makes me tired.
Yeah. So, but
I will use it for sleep if I have trouble sleeping.
Yeah, it's I am an indica junkie. It's during the daytime I'll smoke an indica, and I'll outwork everybody on the farm.
Really? See,
And
now
then
there's some people that will smoke indica and it gives them energy. It just depends on the person, right?
Yep. It's everybody has natural cannabinoid receptors in the body. So however you consume the cannabis is, it's activating, different receptors in your body. That's one of the reasons why I make salve. It's one of the reasons that we make the RSO that we make. To me, it's always been more important to save a life than it is to save a couple of bucks.
Right.
Because that life in the long run will produce more than those couple of dollars that you could have put in your pocket. It's more, the life is more important,
So, Hop, I got actually a good question for you. I can take CBD and have no problems, but anything with the cannabinoids, which the doctors told me it's really rare because they gave me actually a prescription for my back, and But it's really rare. But there are some people with an allergic reaction, and for some reason, if I smoke or even eat and everything, I get the swelling and everything around the eyes. My sinuses mess up. Is there a type that doesn't react like that?
You would want to go with something that has the lowest value of THC to it, like ACDC. ACDC is a good one. It's about 7% THC and up to 14% CBD, and that's in bud form. But people do react to it. A lot of times. I get people who say, I get great anxiety and it just really trips me out and everything else. Well, part of the problem with that is they're harvesting the plants way too early. So the THC is brand spanking new, has had absolutely no time to mature whatsoever, because they see that there's a bunch of buds there and they're like, okay, we got to cut them down. We got to cut them down, because they want to get the next round going because they're going to push that into the dispensaries. But a good seasoned grower that knows how to monitor the trichome production, and knows when the plant should really be done. You can produce stuff that that takes any anxiety, paranoia, all that stuff, tosses that crap right out the fucking window.
Nice.
If you take that plant down too early, paranoia and heart palpitation, it oftentimes chest pains that could be almost considered anxiety type, like a anxiety arrest, which makes you think you're having a freaking heart attack. Shit like that. That's all stuff that's, and the paranoia. I said that, but a good solid sativa, that takes 12. Say it takes 12 weeks of flowering time. Okay, and you're watching the trichomes. You could take that when everything is solid milky, or you could take it when it's about 40 to 50% amber, and there's going to be very slight variation between that solid milk to that 50% amber. You'll notice a spike, but then you'll notice that you'll tire out a little bit faster. Okay. It's like the buzz will last like an hour and a half long. But when the buzz ends, so do you. It's almost puts you in the condition of the onset of what an indica would do right from the start. It's my indicas, when I finish them, it's generally a 7.5 to an 8 week strain, in flower. That 8th week, if I'm looking at 30% amber and 70% milky, that is the perfect middle of the road. If I want to work all day, it lets me. If I want to take a nap in the afternoon, it lets me. If I want to sit down and eat a meal, it lets me. If I want to lay down and go to sleep for 8 hours, it lets me. That's where you have more control over your life. Because if you got something that constantly just puts you in the couch, then you become non-productive. But then if you smoke something that amps you up and you end up with that anxiety and paranoia, then at that same time, it makes you non-productive. You think that you're being productive, but you're actually not, because you're actually thinking more about your emotion than you are thinking about what the plant is actually doing for you.
Makes sense.
So
it gives a special meaning to that alone time with the lady.
When I go into a dispensary, I have a little pocket currency scope is what they're called. And the currency scope has 2 lights on it. It's got a double white light, right? And it opens up in this V. And when it opens in the V, the light is on the bottom of this part of the V, and the magnifier is on the other side. So the light is coming down and it's lighting up that entire butt area. The white light shows you the color of the trichomes, but the blue light that's on there will show you if there's any mold on there.
Oh yeah.
You know, and when you pull one of those out in front of that person who's behind the counter, sees it, then they know that you know your shit, and they're going to grab the right jar. You know, I'm telling you right now, it's you will notice the difference in attention that you get as soon as you pull out that scope, because they know that you know exactly what you're looking for. So they're going to help you find that instead of just selling you anything that they can.
Right.
And to me, selling you anything that they can actually be, detrimental in some, medical situations.
Well,
You know?
that's why I'm growing my own.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Because you know exactly what you're getting. You know what's been sprayed on it. You know what it was grown with. And you know whose hands have been on it.
Right.
Say hello.
Hey, hello.
I was going to say something, but I won't.
I
With your thing on camera.
will stop playing with my pussycat. Okay, is that what you were gonna say?
They're already talking about boobs and nipples in chat, so it wouldn't be out of place.
I know, right?
That was Mabel. That is my daughter's kitty.
Oh,
My favorite drink at the strip club was a slippery nipple.
But guess who gets stuck cleaning the litter box and taking care of them all day? This one.
but yeah,
Teenagers.
I'll be doing last tops next couple days, probably over the weekend.
Yeah, because you want to give them time so that when that fast growth time hits, then your tops will all be about 8 to 12 inches. You know what I mean? So you'll have variance in your buds, and be able to pull down some nice shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. All right, but yeah, and just the same as when you topped it when it was fresh, right?
Yeah, well, it's if you look for the right spot, to take your clone from, when you're topping them again,
Yeah.
if you look for the right spot where the 2 new ones would come up,
right,
and you get real close down in there, and you get that cut down there, then then you'll have 2 that'll come up evenly.
Oh yeah.
And you put your net out there and let them just grow up through the net. Because that way then as the buds start to get heavy and they start to lean, they got something to just support them. They got a net there. You know what I mean?
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to make one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do something to make one.
They can make a 2x2 frame. The 2x2, the 2-inch by 2-inch.
Yeah. Yep.
Like almost like ballast that you would use for a port. Get them like and make a frame out of it.
Yep.
Then you can do a couple of layers of net if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something, but yeah, I will. I will be doing that and more. Yep. So yeah,
we put branches right through there as that fast growth's coming out, and you're taking those branches, side branches, and you're weaving them through there. Through the net. That's keeping them there. It's helping to support them, and then when the weight comes on them, the net's there to keep them up, so nothing's ever dropping down into the ground.
Yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, no, I that's what's the beauty of what I'm doing with building the greenhouse around the garden. You know what I'm saying? They're already in place where they're going to be inside the garden, and they're up against that back wall, that eastern wall. So, and it's just perfect. They're up higher than the rest of that back of that garden, but they're still not. That ground's still not all the way up to the bottom of where the berm is going to be. So, yeah, I'm going to be. Yeah. I'll have plenty of area once I put that fence work up, the framework up for the greenhouse to run. I just have to put nails in it and run the string. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it won't be much of a deal for me to do that at all. So yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of work, but it'll pay off in the long run. I emptied off 2 trailers full of dirt, clay, and rock yesterday. So
Ted Nugent went live yesterday. Damn it, I missed it.
yeah.
Yeah, he got me suspended twice for sharing his videos. And I was wondering how come he didn't get a strike, but I got a strike for medical misinformation on one, and then the other one was for misinformation. And all he did was speak the truth on both videos, but YouTube don't like me for some reason, so yeah.
Right.
I'm on Rumble. I'm thinking about moving over there more. You know? But someone's like, make like 10, 15 different YouTube channels. I did. But the problem is, are you going to get all your subscribers to go to each channel and subscribe? Probably not. I don't like talking to myself on my computer when I'm especially giving out information. You know?
Well, Kimmy, fire in the motherfucking bowl.
Fire in the motherfucking bowl.
That's right.
Y'all, did you y'all check out Capital Punishment yet?
No, I ain't got time for any of that, really.
It's a documentary.
Yeah, I barely have time to research the shit I'm working on sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Hey, Jason.
I got more time now. It's summertime, but once homeschool starts, I'll be busy.
Right.
Wish I would have thought about pulling my daughter out a long time ago. She wouldn't be so brainwashed. She literally believes cow farts are affecting this earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daily Wire sent me this.
Yeah, though, Huckleberry, he does a lot of good with the stuff he gets. Ted Nugent does a lot of good with the money he gets.
Oh, I love Ted Nugent. I like him just playing the guitar. He's pretty good at that. Yeah, he can rock. Have you ever seen him in concert, Wizard? Everybody I know has seen him in concert but me. Or seen him play, at least.
I haven't physically been to any of his concerts, but I've seen several of them.
Yeah. Did he ever play with anybody famous, do you know? Because I know he's really just a guitar player. Do you know if he ever played with anybody, like big bands?
I think he toured with Peter Frampton.
Cool. I know Peter Frampton. Yeah. Some of the songs.
Yeah, he toured with a bunch of famous people, yeah.
Cool.
I don't think he ever played in anybody else's band.
Yeah.
Right.
Not but like, you know what? He's one of the main people that start that Deer for the Poor thing. He's one of the main people that got that going.
Yep.
All the deer meat and stuff like that, they processed it and distributed it to the shelters and stuff like that.
Yeah, he mentioned that once on Spirit Campfire. He does this Spirit Campfire every Friday night. Yeah.
I've been looking up recipes tonight for a bear roast.
Bear roast.
Yeah, I have a roast from a bear that somebody
Oh
dropped
boy.
off me.
I've never had bear before. Can you explain what is it? It's got to be pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's a shoulder roast.
Okay.
Greasy.
Yeah, that's
Is
what
it
he,
Greasy.
what he said. What he said.
greasy?
If you know how to make stew, he said it'd be good for that.
Yeah. Turn the whole stew into gravy. Hell yeah.
But it is good. It's just you be ready for the be ready for it to be very juicy and greasy. It might throw you off if you're not prepared.
Who knows how to play this game?
Stratego.
It's the wooden one too. The wooden kind.
Yeah.
Yeah. My son got mad at me because I'm telling him if he doesn't get a job, he can get out of my house. He said, "Oh, you're a fucking bitch, Ma." And I said, "Oh yeah? Want me to take that door off the hinge?" He's lucky I didn't today. And he threw this down the stairs. It got some chips in it. Wasn't like that before.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
No, Huckleberry. Nobody. I didn't. Don't like that. Whatever you said thing. I was just making a comment on it.
Is Huckleberry? I didn't see. Oh, she's on Twitch, right? Hello?
Yeah, she's on Twitch. Yeah.
Emerald's in trouble.
What did you do?
I guess I don't know. I just beat me. Big stone fire in the motherfucking boat.
Stire in the motherfucking boat.
You're a good, Huck. Stick around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah. Besides that, man.
Usually I make her mad and then she yells at Emerald instead of me. So now that she's mad at Emerald, she might yell at me.
Right. Okay. Hey, I'll be back in just a little bit. I'm gonna drop down for a little bit. Okay.
I'm on
Right.
Twitch, but I got kicked out, I think, again. Let me see. For that video I made.
Way to go, Bill. Jeez. No. No, I don't think she was seriously mad this time.
Oh no, wait. I think. Oh, I did make a new
Hey,
account.
there's
So what you been up to?
Hi,
Talk.
Miriam.
Packing
I
this
know I
farm up.
Yeah.
Packing. Deciding what I'm taking with me to the new place and what I'm not.
Right.
You
That's
know.
it's always fun when you move, ain't it?
Yeah. Like 7 years of accumulating all kinds of crap. It's
Hi, Miriam.
I-
Still really dry, Zach. Sorry, guys.
it's all right.
Sorry to hear you have a funeral to go to. I got you. Yep.
I'll be late for my own funeral. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. I will be late for my own funeral.
As soon as I win this lawsuit, I'm paying for mine ahead of time, and I want my kids not to say goodbye to me at the funeral home. Don't waste money. Just pay for me to be buried right there in the ground. I'm dead anyway. I'd rather you celebrate my life than cry. So it's a waste of money.
I want to be cremated. I don't want to be buried. I want to be cremated.
For Tom and Anna's funeral, my daughter and my husband's, it only came to, the guy gave me a really good deal. Almost, I think it was 7,000 total for everything. Really good people were there. They treated us well, so.
Yeah, my dad's funeral, the viewing, and then we had him cremated, but they also did the viewing. It was got almost $10,000 for everything.
Yeah, my husband had everything all planned out, to the vault, to the casket. In fact, the guy was telling me a story how my husband was being very particular about the vault he wanted. And the guy said, well, look, we don't get this vault anymore, but we can order it. It is the most expensive one. And my husband said, I don't care. This is the one I want. That's how my husband was. He was very picky. He knew what he wanted.
Cool. Nice, Zach. Hey, any rain is good rain, Zach. Even if it's just a little. Any rain is good rain.
Where is that Zach? Our Zach?
Platoon Mash is Zach. He's not Zachary Smouse, but Platoon is Zach. Another Zach.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down. I got things I got to take care of. I got to get the dogs out for a run.
Hawk, it was so nice seeing you.
Yeah, it was good seeing you too. Yeah,
thank you for that information. If I know any questions about cannabis, I know who to go to.
It's what I do. You know, it's I consulted and everything else for the last over 20 years. You know, grew.
Well, I appreciate that.
136 different strains.
Right.
You know? So it's yep, and pretty soon I'll be a bed, bud, and breakfast. Yeah, so it'll be interesting. So, all right, you guys have a great night.
Good luck with that. Hopefully it works out good for you.
Yeah, well, the place that we're going to is bigger than this, and I'm moving into a house.
If you do it like a cannabis, like you said, a cannabis B&B, the ones north of me, about 20 minutes north of me here in Colorado, they oh my gosh, dude, they get people from all over the country. That it's yeah.
And this place is smack dab in the middle of the national forest.
Oh, perfect.
You know, so yeah, that's definitely a sight to see. Fishing, hunting, everything all around. You know, at the same time, 100 miles is best ski resort. You know, ski area. 30 miles out is Crater Lake. You know, the North Umpqua River is right across the road. It's like, yeah, you kind of can't beat it. You know, they got rafting and all that other rafting, kayaking, all that stuff is there. Yeah, so. And,
I want to get a new kayak. I haven't been kayaking for so long. I've never really. The funny thing is, even though I'm here in Colorado, I've never done rafting. I've done kayaking, but never rafting. I don't know why.
I did rafting in my teens, and then in the Marine Corps, we did quite a bit of rafting. You know, it was just you know, you had so much downtime. You know, you had to do something. And yeah, that was one of the that's what we did during the 80s. A lot of rafting and stuff like that. So it was cool. I've been doing canoeing lately. So
I like canoeing. Canoeing's a lot of fun, especially if you can get a nice glass area to go canoeing on. If you're even those little ripples will beat the crud out of you in a canoe.
yeah. It's I like the old aluminum, big aluminum ones.
Right.
And we had a couple of them, and that's where I go out in the middle and I fish. You know, I sit out there, fish, and you know, it's I don't really take them where I got to deal with wind and everything else. Yeah, it's
I got a little boat. I don't even know what it almost looks like a paddle boat. It's not one of those little paddle boats, but it's almost that size. It's got a little canopy on it.
Mhm.
And it's got a little thing that I could set a cooler on, and it's got on the other side, it's got a thing I can set my tackle on. It's got 2 pole holders. I can
right
just row myself out there, just big enough for one person, a little seat in it. And God, I love that thing.
I have a buddy who he did a thing where he sits in he sits in the seat of a rowboat, regular like a 12-foot dinghy size rowboat, and
Right.
he made this thing where he sits there. He's got 2 handles that are attached to pedals, for a bicycle. It's got that. He's got 2 big pieces of wood on each side, or one on each side, and
Right.
little grippers there. And that's how he rows that freaking thing. He's got this thing. He brings it over. He sets it down, and it goes from the 2 oars spot that's on the side of the boat. For what would be regular oars to sit in. That drops right into there, and then there's little paddle wheels on both sides. And he sits there. He goes like this, and then man, he's out rowing everybody. I'm like,
Nice.
no freaking way. And he designed it himself. He's like, yeah. He says, I normally bring, he says, normally I bring one of my kids.
Nice.
make them do it. He says, then I can troll behind the boat. Is what he says. It's freaking hilarious.
You ever try the wader tubes? They're basically, it's a tube that you step through, and it's got waders built into it, and you just kind of go up and float around.
Yep. Those are great for fishing too.
Right.
Those are great. Oh hell yeah. Yep.
And really relaxing, because you're basically just sitting there floating while your whole body is just floating.
And you can get out to areas that normally you wouldn't venture out on unless you were in a boat.
Right. Right. And so, some of the lakes here in Colorado that you cannot get a boat to, you're able to get those things to. I mean, you couldn't even carry a canoe to a lot of them, but those things, you just air them up when you get there. And
yep. Yeah, it was. I was trying to tell somebody that those air mattresses, regular air mattresses. I says, yeah, you could. I said you could just blow one of those things up and go out there on the friggin' lake. And,
you could. Don't split it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get one of them thick ones, that's like a mattress thick. Thing, and the float is well below where that little pump thing is. It's mounted on there, and if you freaking put something over there to water seal that, hell yeah, that'd be a great way to a nice little pop up boat whenever you want, kind of thing.
Nice.
Nice. All right, yeah, I got to get out of here though.
Right on.
Yeah, I was like gone like 15 minutes ago. Right. You guys have a great night, man.
Take care, man. No one that I know of, Ghost. Yeah, Shaw, she apparently has a funeral to go to tomorrow, so I'm guessing that's why she's feeling a little down. Yeah, she left a little bit ago. Said she needed a snack and to go to bed, that she had to get up early for funeral. So like a bass boat. Oh heck yeah, I'd like to have a bass boat. No, I've never seen one, Zach. I've seen a lot of wild things, but mostly out here in the open, the wild things are like shooting stars. We get a lot of shooting stars out here. That's one of the things I want to do, is I want to start meteorite hunting. That's one of the hobbies I want to get into. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Shaw. Oh, Emerald is supposed to be back here pretty soon. Oh, you hit the red button. Emerald's still around. He put the StreamYard up. He's lurking. Yeah, in the Front Range, Zach, there's a lot of wildness. And actually, when you get up into the areas that plateau, there's supposed to be a lot of crazy things that happen in the Rockies. Like a lot, especially the southern Colorado, if you get up beyond Pikes Peak, pass through there, more towards like Trinidad and stuff. But in between Trinidad and there's some kind of valley areas and some bluffs and some plateau areas that I guess people that live up there are constantly seeing some wild stuff. In my opinion, most of it's our test stuff, but who knows? Same here, Shaw. There's Emerald. Hey, welcome back, Michelle and Emerald. Emerald, we hear you talking.
All right.
Oops. I'm going to mute Emerald real quick, guys. There we go. I muted him for. I don't think he was ready to come up, so he was on the phone. Oh, that was Dawn T. Hey, Dawn, welcome back. Dude, I'm sorry I called you Michelle. I thought she was the one saying she was coming up, and I just hit the thing.
All right,
Hey,
I'm back. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Don T came back up too. And I called him Michelle, so he might be kind of upset that I called him a girl. It was unintentional for some odd reason. I thought it was Michelle coming up, and I didn't even look at the screen. I just hit add to stream.
Hey, Ghost.
Hey, Ghost.
Yeah, I just showed up.
Yes, you did.
Just for a minute. Got crazy stuff going on around me right now.
The skinwalkers everywhere, huh?
Yeah, skinwalkers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Neighbors playing Spanish music and
It's
having
the
a good
4th of July
party.
weekend. They're celebrating. Come on. What's wrong? Bill.
We got a
What's
lot of
up?
celebration going on here.
Yeah, tomorrow is some kind, I guess it's Mexican Independence Day or something.
That's Cinco de Mayo.
No, that's not Cinco de Mayo.
It's there's Cinco de Mayo is weird. That's like one thing when they conquered an area that they celebrate, but the actual independence is a different date. Is it
Cinco
tomorrow?
de Mayo
That's cool.
is only celebrated here in the U.S., and it's mostly non-Hispanic people that celebrate it.
That's kind of funny.
It's not celebrated in Mexico.
It has something to do with what was the general's name? That Santa Anna, right?
Nope. It was it was about them defeating the French.
Oh,
when the French were occupying Mexico.
Instilled a monarchy in Mexico in the 1850s or something like that, and they put a Dutch guy in charge, and they kicked him out.
They had a Austrian national as a president. I don't remember what his name was, but this is where they were enamored by him and German culture in Mexico, and this is where accordion music and a lot of the brass music and and beer came from in Mexico. So Mexico is well known for their beer, like Corona and that kind of stuff. And
Dude, that's Panther piss. Good evening, gentlemen. Sorry. Had to interject. Real beer is brewed with tons and tons of hops and malted barley. That's a light beer. Some Mexican beers are good, I guess. Dos Equis, maybe. Right? Nobody's going to talk to me.
I don't
No,
think they're.
I used to like Coronas every so often. Last time I had a lot of Coronas, my friends and I got banned from life for playing golf cart polo at a golf course.
So Mexico had an Austrian president, and this is where a lot of the music that sounds like German music comes from.
You talking like almost polka?
Yeah.
Yeah, polkas are good. I've danced to live polka bands up here
Oompa,
in the
oompa
Northwest.
music. Yeah, all that oompa music with tubas and
accordions.
Yep.
Every wedding in my family, you just described the music.
To me, it sounds like merry-go-round music.
It's a lot of fun. But I'm a hair band rock and roller. Ozzy still lives, dude. Do not believe the crap they tell you in chat room.
So you guys have danced to polka. You've all done the duck dance then, huh?
I can't remember. I must have had a good time.
I've done the chicken dance.
Chicken dance? My bad. Duck dance, chicken dance, yeah.
See, if you can't remember a party, that means you had a good time.
The first time I danced the chicken dance was in Hays, Kansas.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Dude, polka, that's for old folks.
Some people take that chicken dance very seriously. You go faster and faster than that.
That dance I went to in Hays, Kansas was full of old wanton women. That all the men were gone or something out. That they all left Hays, Kansas to go find. The men did to go find jobs because there were no jobs there. And so you had all these women that would show up at a dance hall and they played the chicken dance. And I had one woman after another wanting to freaking dance with me.
Dude, one time I saw an Amish chick in the grocery store kneel down to pick up a can off the shelf. I saw her ankle, dude. And she caught me looking. I'm like, oh, shit.
It's a meat popsicle. Welcome in, meat popsicle.
That really happened.
I just stopped in so you could all take a lick.
Take away.
Take a lick.
That sounded wrong in so many ways.
Right.
But I'll tell you, you go to some of these little small towns like that, and you go to the right places, you're like a rooster in a hen house.
That's why usually there's some dude with a big old fucking hat on walking directly behind the woman, but somehow he decided to let her go alone. Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? Not looking at you. Sorry, ma'am. I'm looking for beans, damn it. Don't look at me. I didn't say all those things, but I was like, oh, shit. She was like, looking at me with these eyes like, did you see my ankle? Oh, shit, and I'll be banned from the clan for life. I'm like, no. Sorry. Hope you enjoy my humor. Yeah, that's about the best I can do. How you like my new cowboy hat?
I was gonna say you're going on mountains on us now.
I like that straw hat. That's nice. I actually prefer a straw over even suede or leather or anything. Hey, Jen.
Yeah, but he's going full mountain on us now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
There
wait
goes the
for him to have a
neighborhood.
pickaxe thrown over his shoulder and see him disappear up the hill.
There goes the fucking neighborhood.
Right?
Hey, now my only hats are either camouflage or straw, like he's wearing.
Hey, I went up to the recycle place the other day and actually bought a pickaxe with broadhead on one
They shot
side.
him.
Yeah, $5, full handle.
Nice.
I was like, no shit. Here we go. Yep. I already got 2 picks. I don't need another pickhead.
What are you doing with the pick heads?
Putting handles on them and using the shit out of them, digging up trees.
Oh.
Yeah, well, up here on the ridge, yeah. You want to dig out a tree, you're going to pickaxe that son of a bitch before you get a shovel.
Pickaxe. I thought you said pig head. I thought you were making some head cheese or porridge or something.
No, the pickaxe head.
Pickaxe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll use them till the handles break, and then we'll make more handles.
Wizard,
Right.
would you believe if I told you one time I was wandering around in Arizona, I found a 200-year-old fucking 5-pound mining hammerhead, all rusted, but still get cleaned up and
Right?
put a new handle on it. And you could tell it was really fucking old.
That's awesome. Just give her an edge, throw her back on the rock.
Yeah, just throw it. I made the handle out of rhododendron. That shit was hard as hell. Ain't no way it would snap.
We make them out of hickory around here.
Yeah, that's even better. That's all I had available.
Yeah. Randy's getting real good at making the handles. I'm really proud of him. He's kicking ass on some of this stuff.
Who? Oh,
My
Randy.
yeah.
Yeah, Randy.
Dear Butch says
Cool.
he's going to be cooking deer meat tomorrow.
Rock on. I had some Louisiana gumbo last night. That was the shit.
Hey, y'all. I got to crash.
All right.
Oh,
I got to
shit.
get on you.
Make sure the engine's turned off before you crash, dude. You might go down in flames. The fuck? It's not
these-
even midnight.
These 4 o'clock
All right.
mornings are killing me.
Happy Girls Day.
I bet, dude. I bet.
Happy
All right.
Girls.
Take
rock
care,
on,
guys.
brother.
Later,
for
Take care,
coming up,
everyone in chat. On panel. See you guys.
Well, one of the ways I like deer meat and antelope is smoked. Put it on the old Weber barbecue that looks like a freaking alien flying saucer, and you throw some hickory or mesquite in there and close the lid on it and let it just let that smoke permeate it.
Apple.
Apple. Yeah, whatever you like.
Oh,
Whatever you like.
You know what we do? You want hickory in something? The
Tell
hickory
me.
nut shells. You soak them for 24 hours before you use them.
You can't just find applewood anywhere. You got to know somebody with an orchard or had to trim some.
You know, I
whatever.
cut down a blackberry bush the other day. Has enough wood on it we could use to smoke something with.
Trust
I
me
wonder-
on that.
I'm anxious about trying some of that blackberry smoke.
Okay,
pork
Wiz.
bun or some shit.
Wiz,
Blackberries. Oh,
have you
Sure.
ever tried mesquite?
Yeah, I've done mesquite.
What do you think of mesquite?
It's okay. I like hickory better.
I think
really
it's
do.
delicious. I've had some in restaurants.
I've had applewood, cherrywood.
Cherry wood, I heard is good too.
I got a bunch of peach wood that I'm going to use. Green. I got to cut down a peach tree, and it's kind of an older one. It's not productive.
Peach is
But-
actually peach and cherry wood, a real good smoke wood.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. And blackberry. Put the blackberry vine in there too. I'm gonna try that.
I know some people that swear by pecan wood,
Wow.
Yeah.
See.
especially if you're making Southern style recipe type stuff.
I figured there'd be all kinds of stuff out there now.
I do we've done because we got apple and pear trees here, so we've done apple and pear before.
Right.
Canoe. So
See,
I
we
have a
don't
friend
even.
that has like a pellet grill, and it's like compressed tiny little chips of wood. And he's like, I can get any kind of blend I want: mesquite, apple, hickory, all blended, any way I want. Like fucking $6 a bag that lasts 2 months.
See, I got turned on to mesquite when I was living in Texas, and
Yeah.
I've smoked
Yeah.
with hickory. I've smoked hickory and everything else, and I just became a fan of mesquite wood.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. Mesquite doesn't grow here. It doesn't even grow here. I mean, I can get cherry. In fact, I've got a bunch of cherry wood, black cherry wood, sitting over here planning on using it in the smoker. It's a sappy wood, so you're going to get a lot of smoke out of it. So is peach. Peach is very sappy, so you'll get good smoke out of it. But I'm telling you, I'm a fan of mesquite, man. I just like it for antelope and everything.
How about sage? That's the only thing I found to take the gamey out of some old elk.
Sage,
Sage. Yeah.
the meat here that I get when I go deer hunting out in the West Desert
Or
is
thyme.
it already has
Pepper.
a sage taste. It
Right.
already has a sage taste, and a lot of people hate it. But I'll tell you the
Yeah,
secret with
that's
sage.
overkill. Yeah,
I found I
it's too
found a
much.
secret. I found a secret to that complements sage. Wild sagebrush
Yeah, that's what
is try it with if you can find it, those full throttle energy drinks. I'm telling you, it triggers it, and it is awesome.
the fuck?
Full
Dude,
throttle energy. Yep.
marinate and that shit.
You can marinate it. You can
What are you talking
drink
about?
it while you're eating the meat. Or marinate it,
What
whatever.
the
It
fuck?
triggers that sage flavor. I'm
Dude,
telling
I would
you,
have cardiac arrest if I drank a can of that shit.
it's a trip.
Monster.
It is a
Dude,
trip.
you don't understand. I would trip and you'd be like, well, goodbye, Batman.
Fucking
Dude,
A.
my heart
Fucking
would fucking
A.
stop, dude. I'd have cardiac arrest. Seriously.
Okay. All right. Then you'll miss out.
Yeah. No, I'd have cardiac arrest. It sounds good. I
I
mean,
don't want
sounds
you
like
to
a nice
die,
way to
Bruce.
go. Sounds like a nice way to. There's worse ways to go. Maybe.
I
Welcome in,
discovered
kid.
it. I discovered it. It's like it's a total trigger. If you got sage tasting meat and a full throttle energy drink, marinate it, drink the energy drink with it. It rocks. Oh man, it's so good.
I'll remember that one. Thank you.
Hey, Jen, did you see the progress I've made on my garden? Jen's in chat, guys.
No, I haven't seen it. You're on YouTube with that shit, right? Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't log in as much there as I
Yeah.
used to. I have barely enough time to sit here and talk to you guys.
Hey, you know what? It's all about experimenting. I mean, like I get salmon or trout. I started putting pineapple and tomatoes on my salmon. Oh man, it rocks. It rocks. It is so good.
Wait,
Salmon and
tomatoes?
Huh?
What kind of tomatoes? Dude, one
Just
time I grew greenhouse tomatoes as big as fucking grapefruits.
just put some
Back in the
slices of
80s.
tomatoes,
Ugh.
whatever tomatoes you got, on your salmon. Try it and see if you don't like it. With
All right.
pineapple.
Sounds
Pineapple chunks. I'm
good. Wait,
telling you.
what? Dude, what are you smoking? What the fuck?
Yeah, okay.
Fish is supposed to be salty, not sweet.
I experiment with different things.
Well, I can see like huckleberry jam on a fish steak. Yeah, I get you, man. All right, I'll give it a shot.
I even cook it with dill. I put dill and onions.
There you go. All right, hold on a second. I'll be right back.
I got some crazy inventions on food, and when people try it, they're like, "I can't believe it's that so good." I don't know. It's just a matter of experimenting, you know.
Yeah.
Like when I was working up in Canada, we did a lot of cookout, for when we were at base because we didn't feel like, running the stove in the kitchen and heating the place up. So we just, build a campfire out by the water and, make steaks or whatever. And up there, you could not buy liquid barbecue sauce, in a bottle. The only barbecue that you could find up there in the stores was dry rub. So we would get a lot of people, we would try this dry rub mix and we would add, the one guy tried it out one day. We loved it. We used ground coffee beans mixed in with the dry rub mix. It was delicious.
So let me ask you this.
Ground up coffee beans, right? Not whole coffee beans.
Let me ask you this,
up.
because I don't know if it's just a Utah thing. Do you guys out there in Ohio and maybe even Montana, whatever, do you guys get fry sauce with your French fries?
No.
Dude, they had this sauce at the restaurant I was in today called Goop, Goop. That's like some original family secret recipe. They put it on hamburgers. I'm like, no.
If you come out here, just about any burger joint that you go to, tell them you want fry sauce, you're gonna get fry sauce, and it's a combination of ketchup and mayo. It's just ketchup and mayo.
It's like cheap ass French salad dressing, but secret sauce.
No, they eat it with their French fries. It's a Utah thing.
All right. As long as it ain't mayonnaise, it'd be all right.
So I modified it.
Right.
I was at Burger King and I couldn't get fry sauce, so I ordered. I got some barbecue and ranch.
I have a recipe for that too.
I blended. Me and my kids, we blended the barbecue and ranch together. I'm telling you, on French fries, it rocks.
I bet. So you take
when I've always liked
ketchup and mayonnaise,
Arby's.
Ketchup and mayonnaise and Worcester sauce.
Arby's with the horsey sauce.
Arby's horsey sauce.
Now,
ketchup. And then you can mix it up with some barbecue sauce if
mayonnaise.
You want. Oh, that's ditching.
Yes,
it is. It's badass.
It is.
Dude, you guys are too much, man. The fuck?
I do that all the time. In fact, I'll go through Arby's and order a steak and say, "Could you throw me a few horsey sauces?" And I'll keep it in the fridge.
I should do that. I mean, Arby's is ridiculously expensive around here right now, but I should go in there, like just out of, one day and order a bunch of food and ask them, can I take like a couple handfuls of the horsey sauce home with me? I just bought like 25.
I come here all the time, so you should let me, at least enjoy some of these condiments.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're about the only place around that you can get a horseradish style sauce.
Right.
I bet everybody in the chat here is all in for biscuits and gravy, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Me not so much.
Brought to you by Sausage Gravy Biscuit Farms.
.com.
I didn't grow up with it, so it's not my thing.
57 sauce and Tabasco on your biscuits and gravy.
Oh yeah.
That's the shit right there, man.
That's the bomb right there, dude.
With
Tabasco.
eggs.
Oh yeah, Tabasco sauce. Now you're talking.
Tabasco and 57 sauce together. Yeah. You mix it in there with your eggs and your biscuits and gravy. Holy crap. I'm telling you what. You got to try it. before you diss it, you got to try it.
No, I think I've actually done that, or something close to it. I don't know.
I used to do just ketchup and Tabasco.
Do you want me to tell you the breakfast of champions?
But
I just did the
57.
Tabasco. I just did Tabasco, and then I did it with A1 and Tabasco.
A1 is good. Yeah, I like
Breakfast,
57
I
better.
used to type in these chat rooms many times. The breakfast of champions is warm beer and cold pizza left over from a bad night before.
I agree.
But it's
I
cold
agree.
pizza with Tabasco sauce.
With Tabasco.
And
Jim
warm
Nature's never
beer.
had biscuits
Warm
and
beer,
gravy.
not cold. Warm beer.
Bruce,
Now, yeah.
Bruce,
Jim
you're
Nature
talking
says-
my language right now, man.
Right. I know. I've done field experiments. Trust me on this.
Jen
all right?
Nature says she's never had biscuits and gravy.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying. Jen Nature just said never had biscuits and gravy before.
Oh, man.
my Lord. Sausage
But-
gravy.
Have you had
Oh, little-
shrimp
With
and
little
grits?
chunks of ground sausage in there.
Grits,
Oh, my
grits and
gosh.
shrimp, dude. Oh, grits and shrimp with a little bit of cheddar cheese and real butter. Oh man,
And I slathered
breakfast.
up
That's
all
the
that
breakfast
egg
of
yolk,
champions.
Yeah.
couple of sunny side up eggs, sunny side up on your biscuits and gravy, and throw some Tabasco and 57 sauce or whatever else you like.
Yeah,
Man, Jen, you don't even know this is an American thing.
that'll fucking people from dude. God bless America. All right, happy
Get
Independence
yourself
Day,
some
all
nice
you fuckers out there.
sausage. Jen Nature,
Damn, I love-
get yourself some nice breakfast sausage. Okay?
I love my country.
Wait, what?
And then
Jimmy
you break
Dean?
it up and you put it in a skillet and
Jimmy
you brown
Dean?
it up. You render all the fat out of it. Then you turn around, remove it from the burner, and you cover it with flour until you soak up all the grease. And your sausages kind of look like little dough balls. Okay? All the chunks of sausage that are left, they kind of look like little dough balls because they got all the flour stuck to them. Don't put too much flour, but just enough to make those little sausage pieces like dough balls. Then you turn around, put it back over the fire, and you pour milk on it. And you mix it all up and break up those little dough balls. And then you keep adding milk until it's the right consistency. Then you add a little bit more milk. Because it's going
It's gonna turn into gravy, right?
Right. And that's when it turns into gravy.
That sounds
Wizard.
good.
Wizard missed his calling in life. He should have been an army cook.
No, I was a cook for a whole army of kids.
Did I
Yeah.
cook for
I
3,000
was-
fucking sailors a day, every day for months?
Well, I'll tell you what, I was a single dad when my oldest was 11 years old. And I had, at that point, 4 or 5 kids. Yeah, at the time.
Dude.
That's what
salute you.
we do the same thing with grits. We put grits,
What?
sausage, and eggs together.
Dude, nobody knows what grits is. Shut the fuck up. I brought it up. Do you know what grits is? Where are you? Grits are tiny granules of white corn.
Yep.
That's all it
After
is.
they
You
make
add
cooked,
water
cooked,
and whatever.
Cooked and soaked and cooked and
Where
soaked.
a-hole ghost? Who the fuck are you? I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Grits, eggs, and sausage. There you go.
Dude, who are you, a-hole ghost?
And
You're
I'm
that
not
guy
into
that
the
always
grits.
changes his fucking name. Right?
Wild Bill.
Yeah.
No, okay, well, Bill. Wow, Bill.
Yeah.
Sir.
What?
I salute you, sir.
Well, I'm gonna have to drop out of here. I'm sitting on generator. I need to shut the generators down. And so, Canoes, you got it for a little longer?
Yeah, sure.
I remember you, Wild Bill. I think I know what part of the nation you live in.
Wild Bill's ghost. That's who I am.
I know
Rock on,
where
guys.
you are, I think.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Peace
The
out.
state starts with a W.
Mm,
I'm an asshole ghost.
You're not that dude from the state that starts with the letter W.
No.
Yeah, you've known me for years, dude.
No,
Well, you're
no,
not the Wild Bill I know if you don't think you've
nope.
known me for a year. Okay.
You know where I
But
used? You know
a-
where I did live for a
anybody
while?
could take on that name, you know. The
I did.
internet's wide
I
open.
did. I did work some ranches over there near.
See how
near
fucking psychic I am? I'm
I
sorry,
was a
dude.
fucking. No, I'm serious. I'm a cowboy, man. I worked some
Right
ranches
on.
over there. I worked some
I'm going
ranches
to
over
the
there
fucking
by.
rodeo on the 4th of July.
You know where
Otherwise
Don Bear
known as
lives? You know
otherwise
where
known as who? Yeah.
Don Bear? Okay, I used to live over by Don Bear.
Dude, do you know who you're talking to? I spent a week at Don Bear's house invited.
I know who you are.
Now wait a minute, did we meet? I don't
Yep.
think we met. In the
I
bar that night? I
I
went to the bar and got drunk as shit in there.
I lived on the ranches. I lived on
Wait
the
a minute.
ranches over there. All I
You're
did was
that
ranch work.
guy? Oh shit, no.
I freaking dude,
Then
all I
how
did
did
was
you
herd
find
cows
us,
and
man?
irrigate fields. I herded
I
cows,
remember
irrigated
you.
fields, took
You're
a
the
bunch of dumb
dude.
fucks up in the mountains to teach them how
You're
to
the
elk hunt.
dude. I remember you. You're the fucking dude that goes around and checks on the water and make
No,
sure it's not. No, dude.
no,
I remember that voice though.
I stretched miles and miles of barbed wire.
Yeah, I remember you, man.
Yeah,
I remember.
yeah.
How the fuck did you find me? Or us?
The only way you could have known me is at the Silver Dollar Saloon in Cody, Wyoming. That's the only way you could have known me because all the rest of the time I worked.
Let's see. I thought you weren't the other guy. Well, welcome to our chat, man. How did I do there? Did I fuck up or hurt anybody?
Nah,
Or
you're all right, Bruce. You're
I
okay.
didn't do anything wrong, did I?
No worries, man.
I was the perfect gentleman.
Yep,
Gave
you
people
tried.
rides,
Yep.
and didn't I? Say it. I mean, I try
But
not to be an asshole, dude.
they actually in Cody at the Silver Dollar Saloon, they
What?
actually have a gunfight every so often for the tourists.
Shit, I believe it.
Yeah, they have a gunfight there. It's still a wild and woolly place.
Tell me, I want to hear more. People in a bar get drunk and shoot.
I went
blindsight each other.
everywhere. Everywhere I went, I was packing because I had
Wait.
wolves come out after me. I had bears
Right.
come out after me.
Hell yeah.
All that shit.
I just went fishing today. My girlfriend caught 2 trout. 2. Count them. 1, 2.
That's why I'm all kind of fucked up right now with rib problems and back problems and all kinds of other stuff because of the shit I did. Yes, sir.
Remember what I told you, right? Work hard, play hard, sleep hard. That's the secret to a good life. Work hard, play hard, sleep hard.
And then you know where this is where I fucked up in life. This is the one area that I fucked up in life. I left and came back to Utah. I never should have done it. That was the one place, the only place that I really have regrets.
Utah, but then they changed the gun laws in Salt Lake City, and then Salt Lake is drying up, and they're saying there's toxic powders from the dried tiny little shrimps and shit coming through the breeze. Yeah, it's dangerous to breathe the air in Salt Lake City right now. Anyway, dude, I'm trying to follow it, but
I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. All I know is I never should have left the ranch. I never should have come back.
It's
I
in
wish I never would have come back. My whole life would have been much better.
Yeah, I know that song. I sang it
And
before.
when I was driving back to Utah, that song by I can't, it was Kenny Rogers, a song called "Love Will Turn You Around."
Yeah, I've
That
heard it.
that came on the radio at the time, and I was like, "Oh Lord, what am I doing? Why am I going back to Utah?" You know, I got back to Utah, and I went back to low pay, shitty money, just a shitty life, and it's never. Every time I leave, I do good, and every time I come back here, everything goes to shit.
Wait a minute. How about that other town south of Salt Lake City? The other really large city that they
Ogden.
mentioned in the fucking movies and shit. What's it called? Damn it. Brain fart.
Ogden?
No, the one that's in the Ocean's 11, 12, 13
Oh,
movie.
that's Las Vegas.
No, the one that the rich fucker says you would do good in city name Utah. What's the name of it? Damn it.
I don't know.
Wait, it's this other big city. There's only these two or three big cities, and it's not Salt Lake.
St. George? St. George, Cedar City, Provo, Utah, Ogden.
Provo! Bingo.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes, you would have a nice time in Provo. So I'm asking you, is the whole reason this started? Are there
You
gangster
go to Provo,
robberies?
you go to
Are there,
Provo,
wait.
and you find some nice little Mormon hookers,
See, right?
and they convert you by the zipper.
Don't
They
look at the
convert you by
ankle, dude. Do
they
not look at
convert
their
you.
ankles, dude. You know they cover their ankles for a reason.
Uh,
This is considered. Yeah, I'm telling you. So, why do you think they wear long dresses?
the truck drivers all talking about it on the CB radio. They're
I am
like,
not making this shit up, dude. All right,
"Well, that's okay.
you're
I make
not
some of it
supposed.
up too."
You're not supposed to even see their ankles. And we got what? The whole nation's got fucking titties and dancing around. Yeah, but in a large sense. Don't get me wrong. I I actually admire that. The modesty. I'm not a total ass. Okay, I think about everything. I have a high intellect. You know, think about psychology, ethics,
Yeah, they
morals.
they come here from other states and everything, and they think they understand the cowboy ways, and they don't understand it.
Yeah,
And they never figure it out. You got to be, you kind of got to be born here to know a lot about the how things are out west out here. You know,
yeah. It's not easy being green. I think I'm done.
no, no, we have a term we call it being a greenhorn, and then you become a tenderfoot.
So, dude, check this shit out. Are you ready for this? Stop everything. Ted Kaczynski's cabin, the Unabomber, is in the town I just moved to. I didn't know that before I moved here, but now I have to like, what? Oh shit! What am I gonna tell Mama? What the fuck? You know what I'm talking about? The famous Unabomber.
Yeah,
Ted.
I'm familiar with everything what he did.
All right, so I just took a friend of mine and new neighbor for a ride down the road, and all of a sudden she asked me, "Do you know where Ted's old cabin was?" I was like, "That's where we just made the U-turn 5 minutes ago." I'm like, please. But see, I read some of his manifesto. He's like got kind of the right ideas, but he went about it the wrong way.
That's what happens when you get isolated, and that was what his problem was.
But dude, what if you can talk to the animals?
Well,
Learn
don't
their
like,
languages. What are different places where it would be?
but see all these wackos like Ted Kaczynski. They always,
They get a head
you
full of
look in their story, and they were always what caused their brain to malfunction like that is being isolated, where they wouldn't interact with people. It's called antisocial behavior.
yeah, I know that song too. But a head full of college on top of that, I think was the problem. He'd been indoctrinated. He's like the first woke dude in America. If you want to use that woke fucking stupid shit.
It is stupid shit.
He was like, well, we'll fix it. Let's just hurt a bunch of people in the mail. That'll fix everything. What a idiot. Oh,
Well, a lot of it too, Bruce, is people nowadays are all on their cell phones and everything and social
oh, I
media,
know.
and they don't interact face to face with real people.
We're actually
That's a lot of it.
that fucking close right now, dude. We're that fucking close to digitally interacting. I can.
Yep.
What's up, Kimmy?
Your microphone's muted, Kim. Unmute.
Hello, Kimmy. Kimmy's here. Kimmy, your mic is off. No audio. I don't even know if she can hear.
You're looking beautiful tonight, Kimberly. As always. Your microphone is still muted. We couldn't hear the first thing you said. Keep working on it. Hey, if all else fails, you know what to do, right? If it's a desktop computer, unplug the audio jack from the back. It'll be the one that's pink, usually. And then you just, or you can lick your finger and
She disappeared on us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's on her tablet, and that thing gives her all kinds of
dude,
problems.
what the tablet?
That was the clearest picture I ever saw of her.
I know. I was sitting there admiring her. I was like, so good to see you. Oh, wow.
Well, actually, I'm kind of surprised we don't have audio issues right now.
I know. On my end, I get 100 bits a second. I'm doing good. Am I coming through?
Well, you know
Yep.
what? I just realized Mountain Time is 12:13.
Dude, what the fuck? Why don't you call me on my cell phone right now? I lost your number, dude.
And
I met you face to face, right?
and Canoes is on Eastern Time.
Dude, I'm asking. I met you face to face in my own.
Never. You never met me face to face.
What? I was there with Bear, on Bear.
I never been to Bears. Never been to Bears.
I met you at the bar?
Nope.
Where did I meet you, dude?
You never met me.
But you said, oh, fuck.
If you met me, I said the only place that it could have been was the Silver Dollar Saloon in Cody, Wyoming. And I don't know if you've ever even been there.
You ever heard this place called Gray Bull, Wyoming?
I've been to Gray Bull, but I've been only through there. I've never stopped at Gray Bull.
Okay, so that's where I've been through, and then all these other. It's a long highway, dude. I drove all through Wyoming. I don't know. Somehow you had me thinking I knew you from before. You were the guy.
Nope.
No, you're not that guy. Right. Good.
Nope.
Good answer.
I'm serious. Not.
Right. Copy. Roger.
Oh, she's back.
There we go.
Hi, Kimmy.
See nothing but me now.
You look great. That's the clearest picture I've ever seen of you.
Good audio, Kim. You got it fixed.
What I can't see the chat and I can't see you guys now.
Well, we see you very clearly.
All I see is myself.
Your
we
audio is
see you.
perfect tonight.
Well, I went through on Facebook.
And you know what? You have a healthier glow to you than you have in the past. You look a
Thank
lot healthier. Yeah, you look very healthy. You look great.
My blood sugar is way down.
That's good.
You're taking
I'm
care of yourself.
Yeah, well, what they did when I went in the hospital this last time, they end up taking me off of all the water pills.
All you have to
Even,
do is boil
even,
dandelion root. It does the same thing as water pills. It's a natural diuretic.
even my water pills that I've been on
Oh,
since
man.
I was 19, they took me
Wow.
off of it all.
Did they have to wean you off of it, or did they do it all at
No,
once?
they did it all at once because I was in the hospital and I was so badly dehydrated that they couldn't even get needles in me to start
Wow.
IV. They ended up, after 7 times, they ended up putting a PICC line in me.
So do you have edema?
No,
Oh, good. Okay.
it was just strictly that all the water pills and everything just caused me to totally dehydrate.
Yep. You look much better now.
I
You're
feel a
looking
lot better. I
as
ordered that the one pills from the chat and stuff. The
Hey Kim,
I'm
it's so
sorry,
good to see you. You
the
are looking totally beautiful. You look as if nothing is wrong whatsoever. You are still with us, and we still love to see your bright and shining face. Lovely lady.
I've had so much problems trying to get on. I just now had to totally re-come on through
I hope I helped in
Facebook.
some small way.
I wonder if the cannabis is helping you too.
Yeah, I
Yep.
mean it to where it made me sleep better, but when I was doing the cannabis and everything, but still, when I hit that bad dehydration and they slapped me in the hospital, I was in there for 3 days. And they did the IV, and my potassium was so low
Yep.
that they started doubling me up on my potassium, but they said it was because I was so bad dehydrated.
Kim, do you know you can buy potassium tablets in a grocery store, health food store? Yeah, you got to
Oh
be
yeah,
careful not to take too much. You can only take
I
one,
know. They
or
also
it could
did.
stop your heartbeat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
I've been on potassium for a long time
it's so good to
because of
see
my
you.
heart.
Do you know how beautiful you are in this picture right now, in this live? I'm sorry, I just had to say that. You are looking so well. It's so good to see you again. Absolutely beautiful. You're such a kind lady.
I don't think I'm going to end up making it down to Whizzes this year for the 4th of July. I got to get all the cookies and I got to get everything all cooked, all
What?
the fudge. I got to get all the fudge
Wait,
made.
who said you got to?
I
Who,
do because that's my
who,
thing. I do a bunch of fudge and cookies and send it Well,
Who
last
said
year
you
I
got
took
to?
it to
But
Wiz
you
for
didn't
the
ask
4th
me. You
of
say you
July.
said you got to. You're forcing your own self to make all this shit. For
Well,
what?
Yes,
it's become her
Oh,
annual
I know.
tradition.
I'm just being
yes.
silly. Right.
Hey, Kim, don't feel bad. I can't make it out for the 4th either.
Dude, you know how many thousands of
I
miles away it is for me?
no, it's a day's drive, man. We did it last year.
Yep.
It's like as the crow flies from my place, and well, Kim and me live fairly close. We live about an hour apart. It's less than 600 miles
Oh, that I could
as the
do.
crow flies, but
But you know
taking
where
the
I am.
freeways and stuff, it's a little bit. It's more
But
like
you,
750.
And it all
yeah,
depends on who's driving it, huh?
but you know it's 2,000 miles at least for me, Canoe.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, or other.
But
you end
That's
up
what
in
I'm
the
saying.
middle of
Otherwise,
bumfuck Egypt.
it all depends on
almost.
whose vehicle we're in to go to Witz's.
And I don't think Apex is coming either. So the whole plan for all three of us to do like last year, that wouldn't work out right now.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Who was there last year? I know.
Apex.
Yeah, last year it was me and Canoes and Apex all went down in Apex's vehicle, and it was just us three with Wiz and
Wow. What?
Wiz's
I didn't even understand all this.
what,
I can't
brother.
follow all this. It's too much
and
drama. Is this dish soap? Yes, Madge, you're soaking in it. It's called palmolive.
Canoes. Who else? What I know, the one was Wiz's
Oh,
brother.
man.
Yeah, it was his brother and was his nephew, Randy.
Was that his
And
nephew?
yeah, and well,
You said I live in.
that Daniel guy was down there too, living there.
Oh
So he
yeah,
was around.
Daniel.
Yeah, but we didn't get the
Daniel
crowd that
helped.
we thought we were going to get. We were expecting
Yeah.
like 30, 40 people, and it was just us.
But it was great because we went ahead and we set Joey's and Ryan's ashes both loose.
Yep.
And thank you very much. God bless you.
Because that was Ryan's main thing. Sick Pat wanted to go down and set Joey's loose, and then when he passed, went ahead and set his loose too. Sick Pat went off in his boat.
That was
all
that
of
was
you
very
guys
beautiful.
made him.
That was very beautiful. I still watch it over and over again. The video. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very beautiful. It was excellent. Just what he wanted. Yeah. You did everything right, Kim. You did nothing wrong.
Well, Wiz was the one that told me what him and Sick Pat already talked about on letting Joey go, on how they talked about it. So
Oh, so really? Oh, okay. I thought it was like maybe written down before.
no,
Oh,
everything was
that's
talked
cool.
about with Wiz. He talked to Wiz about when Joey died in December. He talked to Wiz showed him pictures of different spots, and I didn't even know nothing about it.
So
But
it's like
Ryan
he had
was
a
planning on
premonition.
going for the 4th of July. He was planning on going.
What?
We had everything planned to go,
What?
and was talking to Canoes about taking him, and we had it pretty well. They was working out the details, and then Ryan passed.
Yeah, because originally what we had planned to do, Huckleberry had wanted to come out,
Yep.
and what's her name? I can't remember her name. The other girl from Pennsylvania. Shit.
Oh,
Lisa.
yeah,
Remember
Huckleberry.
Lisa?
Yeah,
and
Huck was
Lisa.
gonna come pick Lisa up, and then
Remember
pick me
Lisa.
up, and then pick you up. But then both of them kind of cheesed out.
No,
And
wait, the
then
Lisa that
Apex,
goes way, wait, Canute, the Lisa, which one? The one that goes way, way back, like 6 years?
no, this is a newer
No.
Lisa Badiato.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, she's been with us for
I
two
think
and
I've
a
seen
half
her.
years, I
Okay.
think now. She's good
I
people.
didn't realize you guys all went to Wizard's place.
Yeah.
I'm
We were
not
out there
here.
for
No,
I'm
like
it
a
sorry.
ended
like a
up
week and a half.
just the three of us.
I have been through a lot of shit. I have gone through months where I could not even afford to connect the fucking computer to the internet. All right? Please forgive me. I disappear in the fucking mountains and go camping for weeks, months on end.
Well, we were live streaming most nights when we were down there.
Yeah,
I'm sure you might have caught it.
I had no idea until tonight. All
that's
this
how
happened.
we
I
got
had no idea.
got all of that on
You
because
guys
we live streamed it. Well, no, did
on
we
YouTube or
live
Twitch?
stream that or tape it and then play it back?
Wait, on
funeral?
YouTube or Twitch? Where?
You mean the funeral, Kim?
The stream?
Yeah,
What?
I think we recorded it and played it back. Yeah, I don't think.
yeah, because we did all of that during the day because we
Yeah.
had lots of light, and then we played it that night.
Yeah.
I think that was probably YouTube.
But just
And at
the
that
ride,
time, we would
just the
had
ride
both
out.
channels.
Yeah, just the ride out was an adventure.
Yes.
All that fucking rain. My God.
Especially when you guys got here trying to load my stuff in all that rain.
Yeah, that cargo carrier I bought.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything in there got wet. Oh, all my guns got fucked up from all the moisture.
I don't think none of that would have happened if it wouldn't have been raining when we loaded my stuff.
It was just the relative humidity around anyway, because yeah, guns are sensitive to that. But yeah, some of my stuff got ruined.
Mm.
The whole issue with
real bad.
Apex and that truck of his, man, with that fucked up tire of his and that spacer problem.
Oh my God.
And then when we were out there right towards the end, when he lost the tire went flying off into the woods. Oh.
Yeah, you and him was together on that. I wasn't.
No. Randy was in the truck with him when that happened.
Oh, Randy was. Okay.
Yeah, I was
I know I wasn't in the vehicle when that happened.
All I remember is sitting in the patio with you and Wiz, and
got
the text. He's like, "Man, we're in a little bit of trouble. We just lost the wheel. We didn't crash, but we're kind of stranded." Oh.
Kim, are you doing okay though? Right now, you got
Yes,
food,
I'm doing real
shelter,
good.
you got blankets, heat, clothing. You
Heck no.
always.
It's too hot.
Oh, shut your. Move up north. What the fuck is wrong with you? I
It's
told you you could come visit me.
you asked if I have blankets. I
Yeah,
have them,
right.
but
That's a
it's
normal
too
question.
hot.
What? Cheers,
It's
baby.
too hot for blankets.
She needs an air conditioner, is what she needs.
No, I got one of them in my bedroom.
Yeah.
All right, now just checking. Just checking, please. Just checking. Trying to treat my neighbors. I would want to be treated.
Even
Well,
though I
and
have
I
the
get,
air conditioner in the bedroom last night, it was still hot enough. I didn't even want clothes on.
yeah.
But you're feeling better. I hear.
Yes, a lot better. Like I said, my blood sugars is way down.
Do you remember the first thing I said? Now, I'm not saying you should just do this, but I have studied herbs. Dandelion root is a natural diuretic. And
Yeah,
dandelion root, yeah, may do the same thing. I mean, don't take all them pills, honey, please. That's too much.
that's why I said they took me off of all of them, and now I'm feeling a lot better.
Do you remember what I did? It's pretty cool. I voluntarily quit an opioid painkiller that was prescribed to me. I'm 4 years clean now. 4 years.
Good for you,
No
bud.
weed and alcohol. Thank you, Coon. Yeah. And fucking drugs, baby. Kim, do you know how many people are smoking meth every day right now? It's an epidemic. It's
It
crazy.
has been for years, Bruce.
Yeah.
Especially here in
It's
Ohio.
getting worse, though. Tell me.
Oh, Canoes, did you hear what they passed this year for
What,
Ohio?
what, just about a month ago, constitutional concealed carry.
Yeah, they passed that, and they also passed we can do fireworks now.
Yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah, Ohio passed that we can do fireworks now, but they got it set that we can do it like the other states for the first, the second, the third, the fourth, I think the fifth and the sixth that we're allowed to do fireworks. It don't have to be professionally at the fairgrounds and all that kind of bull.
Yeah, it's like in my neighborhood, people have been firing off fireworks for the whole past week, not like in massive amounts. That didn't start until tonight. Tonight was the first night that everybody was setting stuff off. But the people are generally pretty good about it. They'll do it starting in the evening around when the sun goes down, and they'll keep it up until about 10:30, and then like everybody just stops. But on the 4th, it'll be going all fucking night long, and people will be shooting guns, and it's just pure chaos.
Okay, you do know that South Dakota Fireworks Company is actually based out of Ohio, right?
They're probably related to Phantom Fireworks here in Ohio. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
They build South Dakota Fireworks in Ohio. I can't Franklin Park or something like that.
Yes.
I looked it up yesterday because Aaron was talking about it, and somebody posted a link to South Dakota Fireworks, and I checked it out, and it was Franklin Park, Ohio.
Yep. See, that's just it. They've always made fireworks here in Ohio, but far as regular persons could not set off fireworks. You had for far as the big fireworks.
Yeah, like the big chain here in Ohio was always called Phantom Fireworks, and they sold them here in Ohio. But if you were an Ohio resident, because they ID'd you when you bought your stuff,
Right.
for years you had to sign a piece of paper saying that you weren't going to set them off within the state of Ohio. You had to take them out of state.
But they still
Yeah,
sell them there.
Ohio has been
Right.
fucked up like that with stupid laws for years.
I know. Yeah. But they still sell. Wait, you can sell shit there, but you can't use it. Same
Right.
place you buy it.
The only ones that could legally set off the big fireworks, like the displays, like wind sets off and stuff, was you had to be a professional. You had to have the professional license and all
Right.
that. But they sold them here in Ohio.
It's
Well,
called pirate.
now, just as last month, our law changed that now anybody can buy them and set them off in Ohio.
So
Yeah, I remember reading about it earlier this year.
That's so restrictive. It's uncanny.
wait a minute. I got a question, please.
What?
So does that mean that when those riots and fires from Antifa and BLM that we saw, and they're setting high-powered fireworks off, that's what they were doing? They're selling them to just like average people? What do they say? General public. So the general public can
That was all like out in Wisconsin and Chicago and shit like that. I don't know what the laws are out there for fireworks.
Dude, y'all bring up a great question. I never
But
even
here in Ohio, you're only allowed to set them off on certain occasions.
like Independence
Like I
Day.
think for 4th of July, it's like for that starting on the 1st up until the 6th.
See the way we've got it. We've got it like 3 days before the holiday and 3 days after. You can buy them and set them off.
Right. I think that's what it is.
See,
And then
in
they
the
shut
county,
down the little fireworks tents until the next holiday. And
in the county next to me, they can sell them, but you can't fire them off in that county. You have to leave to a neighboring county. What the fuck?
Well,
We got-
ours was you couldn't set them off in the state.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never heard that before.
yep.
Fucking Ohio. What you get out of Ohio?
And earlier, I tried to type and I couldn't get it typed up right.
So we
But
have
when
three.
You guys was talking about Ted Nugent.
I'd
We
say
have
Ted
3
Nugent
days.
for president.
We have 3 holidays here that they set off fireworks: the 4th, the 24th, and New Year's.
New Year. Yeah.
Yeah, we're allowed to set them off for New Year's.
Dude, I think I
4th of
actually heard
July,
Wild Bill.
and
I think I actually heard a 10-pound black powder go in like my neighbor's backyard, or like a block over. It shattered the fucking windows, man. I'm telling you.
Maybe it was an M80.
No, dude, this was at least 10. I know what 5 pounds sounds like. I know what 10 pounds sounds like. I'm a veteran. Yeah, this was at least 10 pounds, probably 15 fucking pounds. Boom! Just as, oh man. And see, this guy from England came in the chat room the other day. He's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you Americans? You're always blowing shit up." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why we won the war." You got a problem?
Well, we
So-
took the example from them. They got Guy Fawkes Day.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, Canoe.
We've got
But I love it when the British
get
say
our-
that shit. Why y'all always blowing shit up?
certain fireworks we got to go to Wyoming for because they won't let us have firecrackers, bottle rockets,
Yeah.
sky rockets, any
Yeah.
of that here. They'll let us have it, but we got to buy it in Wyoming. We can't buy it here in our state. They're actually outlawed here.
Probably because it starts brush fires, right? Starts brush fires real quick.
I mean, you could buy stupid sparklers and
Yeah.
cones and things like that here, but you can't buy anything explosive.
Because they start brush fires. Am I right?
Probably that. Yeah, it's fire hazard and stuff. We always have wildfires because of idiots lighting them off.
Well, see, we always sold that kind of stuff here in Ohio, and we was allowed to set off the firecrackers, the sparklers, the little things, but we couldn't send off any of the big stuff.
Now, if you go to Nevada for Independence Day, they have parades in all the little towns in Nevada, and when you take your kids to the parade there, and they throw the clowns and everything throw like
Candies.
little toys and things like that for the kids. You know,
Yeah.
it's a big thing, and that's in Nevada for kids actually.
I saw a
That's
horse-drawn
the way
carriage
it
with
was
4
in Tennessee on
Clydesdales.
their stuff. On the part of Tennessee I was at, they used to have a parade and throw all kinds of candy out.
Candy, yep.
Can you imagine that now? It's like, here's some COVID candy. It's got the vaccine in it too.
And the Shriners, they always throw candy to the kids.
Yup.
Those days are ending, my friends. They'll be like, no, COVID. What's in that candy? Did you get the shot? You got the shot now. It'll be in the fucking candy.
I like the little clown cars where like 100 freaking Shriners come out of the little clown car.
Oh,
And they're-
God. Yeah.
And they do the run around, and then they all end up back in their own seats. Keep on driving.
How do they do that?
They practice.
It's
I
just like
have
the
no
circus.
idea.
I went to Ringling Brothers Circus once as a kid, and I saw like something like 30 clowns come out of a VW bug.
Yup.
Could have been an optical illusion.
No,
Some
it was real.
trap door, fucking sewer drain, just parked directly over the sewer drain. All these dudes come up out the fucking
No.
sewer and through the car, and you think they're coming out the car, but they're not. They're coming from under the street. I don't know. Maybe it happened. Dude, there's no video.
Oh
Come
my
on.
gosh. My
Well,
dog.
I know the circus and stuff that I went to, that was not a possibility because they was in a big open area on the ground.
It could happen.
And after they
Just
took the tent down and everything, after it was all over with, they took the tent and everything all down, and I walked where them clowns was. They wasn't no hole in that ground.
Okay, Kim, you ready to hear a joke? How many Somalians can you fit in a shower? None. They all go down the drain. Cheers, baby. Thank you very much. I'll be here all
Yeah, we have in my town, our historical town festival is called the Corn Festival, the Great North Ridgeville Corn Festival,
All right,
because
tell us.
the city,
Okay.
has its roots in corn for as long as the city's been around, and they do a parade every year. And before my time, I guess like back in the 50s and the 60s for the parade, they actually used to throw ears of corn at people in the crowd, and they had to put a stop to it because a couple people got hurt. like get a whole quart of cob.
Dude, that could hurt.
Like
if you
right in
throw
your
it hard
eye.
enough.
Yeah, like
Dude,
finally
that
someone got
really-
hurt and sued the city. You're like, okay, we can't.
Just
do
fucking
that anymore.
concussion. If it
Yeah.
hits you
That's
in the
actually
fucking
funny.
eye socket.
So now what do they throw? Do they pop it?
Was it
It's
shut?
the
From it,
hokiest
throw
fucking
handfuls of
carnival in the
popcorn?
world. I've
Wait,
only
was
been
it
to it once when I was a
canoe?
little kid.
Canoe, was the corn shucked or not? It was
No,
dry
it was
corn.
still, it
No,
was
they
still in
would
the
throw
leaves.
the whole corn.
Wait, was it dry corn or
No, sweet
wet
corn.
What?
It's
because it's dry. Wait, was it dry or wet corn kernel?
Sweet corn, so it's wet.
Okay, so it could bounce a little bit.
Yeah, but you get a hit in the wrong side of it.
Yeah,
in your eye. Yeah, that'll fuck you
yeah.
up.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That's so
funny
crazy.
as shit. And they still do it every year. Dude, I want a ticket.
Get slapped upside the head with an ear of corn. I can see it.
I got a few people on my list I'd like to throw a fucking corn cob at. Hell yeah. Send me the fucking ticket, dude.
It's like it's the hokiest festival in the world right now.
That's crazy as shit.
They still do the parade and people get excited for it. But mostly they got a little carnival area with they truck in fair rides and
You could
stuff.
buy a corn dog.
Yeah. Corn dogs are huge here. All the food vendors, or most of them, try to do something based on corn. And then the big thing is the beer garden. Everybody goes in the town and gets completely fucking shit-faced.
Yeah, right. And stumble around the fairgrounds.
Well, the thing is, I don't know if they're still doing it in the same location, but the location that they were doing it at for a long time was right next door to the police department.
Of course. Of course, dude. You gotta control that shit.
You have far to walk to go to bed then, huh?
Yeah,
Straight
pretty much.
sail.
That is so fucking cool.
It's like I only went to it once. I was probably about maybe 10 years old, maybe 11. I don't exactly remember. But the only memorable thing about it was my dad got us some corn dogs from a vendor, and they were like practically still frozen on the inside when they served them to us. And my dad got real pissed and tried to get his money back, and we were like, no. So we got screwed out of that. And then there was a vendor, well, not a vendor, it was like a tent set up from our county's health department.
Yeah.
And this lady working the booth, now I was 10 years old and my sister was a year behind me, so a 10 and a 9-year-old kid. This lady's trying to give us condoms, free condoms.
Oh my God.
My dad blew his fucking shit.
Run.
Someone
away.
actually called the cops because my dad was screaming at this lady. And we left. We're walking away. We're heading back to the car, and one of the cops showed up. And he's like, "Yeah, sir, were you involved in this altercation a couple minutes ago down, the way?" And my dad's like, "Hell yeah!" He's like, "This lady's trying to give my 10-year-old kid condoms." So he's like, "What the fuck?"
Just say no.
So after that, we never went back. And I'm sure we're not missing anything.
Just say no. Canoe. Teach your children how to swift kick in the genitals, whether it's male or female, and then run away screaming. Screaming. Yeah, that's what you do. Kick in the nuts and run away screaming. Yeah.
Well,
Like,
yeah, that's nowadays. But back then, I see where he's coming from. Because back then, that kind of shit wasn't talked about.
yeah, we're talking about it now, ain't we? I'll tell you. That's how you do.
Especially to a 10-year-old. That was
Like, to be honest, I didn't even know what the fuck the thing was.
right.
I'm like, what
Right.
is this? And she's like, well, it's to keep you safe, honey. You know? Because this was right at the beginning of when they were all freaking out about teen pregnancy and everything.
Yeah.
It's I mean, yeah, it probably, they meant well, but they went about it the wrong way.
Yeah, because you guys wasn't teenagers.
Yeah, like we hadn't been, where I went to school, we didn't get sex education until high school. That's the way it
Right.
went.
Well, at least they weren't used condoms.
Yeah.
Is that like a retread? Can you retread those things, dude? Oh, shit.
I ain't going there.
Have we resorted to this kind of conversation?
You probably seen a lot of kids run around with them blowed up as a balloon.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was going on.
So some dude today told me, he's like, I've totally given up on the new generation. There is no hope in anyone under 30 years old in the United States today. I'm like, dude, what the don't give up hope. All of them? He's like, yeah, all of them. They're off Marxists, communists. They started this shit at Woodstock in 1969. Free love. Free love. And that's when actually divorce became socially acceptable. In 1970, 71, 72. And then my fucking parents divorced. And I didn't even fucking know it, man. I'm like, one day, here comes this strange ass dude through the door in a new house. And my mama goes, meet your new daddy. I'm like, what the fuck happened to the old daddy? And people don't understand that shit. It's just like, what? You divorced him because why? He couldn't buy you 2 cans of Spam every night instead of 1. He had a fucking job. He was working. Taught me how to fish. Taught me how to hunt. Yeah. Oh, Joe Hassel Jr. He was a good man. But after about 7 years old, I barely saw him anymore. He had like visitation once every 2 weeks or some shit. He'd drive 30 miles, pick us up, take us fishing. Yeah, that's a good man right there. You know, a good daddy, all he has to do is teach you how to catch a fucking fish. Yep. That's all. You live, you still be alive. You know
My
how to
daddy
catch.
taught me how to pee behind a tree. But he always said, don't do it when your mother's around in the backyard.
And don't
Sure
wipe your
enough,
ass.
one day my mom said, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just taking a leak. You go inside to do that. Well, how'd you do? Daddy taught me. Probably about 4 years old.
And don't wipe your ass with poison ivy.
He didn't say nothing about taking a shit. He said to take a piss.
Well, that was, implied
Yeah,
from the beginning.
I went there. You see how I roll, Kim? I jump ahead. Yeah.
That's always a good country daddy.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
Keep
that's right. I'm a Boy Scout.
the guys how to teach the little boys how to piss behind the tree.
Dude, you haven't lived till your daddy tells you how to take a dump in the woods and
I
wipe
learned
your
that in Boy
ass.
Scouts.
Yeah, I was a Boy Scout. Yeah, salute, Canoe. You know. Don't wipe your whatever you fucking do. You can do anything you want. Just don't wipe your ass with poison ivy. No, don't do that.
Well, that and don't put poison ivy in a campfire.
Yes.
Right. Because the smoke will infect your lungs. Yeah.
Oh, it'll get the smoke has oil in it. It'll get all over your skin, and you'll breathe it in. You'll get it up in your nose and your mouth and your throat.
You'll
I
have
saw a kid do it
pneumonia.
once at summer
Dude,
camp, and
what? No.
I didn't like this kid to begin with. He was a little piece of shit, but even I felt sorry for him because of how bad it got to him.
Wait, some dude burned poison ivy and you saw us? What? Tell me.
Yeah, he was a dumb little
I'm an
shit.
idiot.
And normally I would have laughed it off and everything and made fun of him, but like he was literally in tears. He couldn't breathe
Downwind.
and everything. They ended up taking him. They called an ambulance and drove him 20 miles to the closest ER. Yeah, he got fucked up.
How old was he? Roughly?
12
Teenager?
or 13. 12 or 13.
Teenager? Teenagers, I've done some really stupid shit as a teenager. Let me tell you, I've been that close to dead 12 fucking times. I'm almost lost count. I have done some really stupid. Do you remember when you were a teenager, right? Like today, we went fishing. My new girlfriend caught 2 trout. 2 trout. And I was running my Panther Martin. And I'm like looking down in the water. It's like crystal clear at the river now. In this eddy, this little hole. I was like, look, there's a fucking rainbow trout right there. He's a foot long. And she drops her hook in front of it. So actually, that's a 2-person catch. Wait, who gets credit for that catch? Me or her?
Well, she's a lady, so you got to give it to the lady. Bruce. Come on.
But she was throwing it towards the ducks on the other side of the log.
It don't matter.
There weren't no fish there. She was hooking the fucking rocks on the bottom of the river to.
No matter, did she wheel it in? Then it's hers.
Yeah. Right.
Then it's hers.
It's just casual conversation.
She gets the credit. If she reeled it in, she gets the credit.
That's what I told her. I said, good job. Excellent. And she was teaching me how to fish. I'm like, you go, girl. You fucking know how to fish. I'm like, you go. Can you split wood? She's like, hell yeah, I can split wood.
Is this your new neighbor?
We'll see. I'm not like head over her heels, but she's fun. She makes me laugh. She plays guitar, but she can't sing very well. She tries, but she's playing cover songs. But I'm getting what I asked for, Canoe. I asked for a homely, almost ugly. Don't they have a song about that? If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, make an ugly woman your wife.
Yeah.
Is that what they say?
Yes, I know that song.
Because then nobody will try to steal her away from you. He'd be like, dude, that's your wife? I'm like, don't look at my wife like that. Canoe, dude, what do they call it? The corn festival? No, wait. And they throw ears of corn at each other.
They used to.
Drunk. They're probably drunk as hell, right? Till one dude caught
I'm not drinking tonight.
I'm drinking one for you, Canoe. Cheers, brother.
Yeah, I only drink like maybe once every 2 weeks now.
Only drink on days that end in the letter Y.
I only drink on the nights that I need extra help to fall asleep. That's pretty much the reason. Well, and I'll be honest with you, I've never been much of a summer drinker. I prefer to drink when it's colder out.
Yeah.
Alcohol and summer heat don't mix for me.
No.
It's a
Oh, dude.
diuretic. Alcohol is a diuretic,
Never drink,
so it'll dry you out.
dude. Trust me on this. Never drink repeated beers when you're exposed in the hot summer sun. You're like double dehydrated. You got the alcohol dehydrating you, then you got the summer sun. And if you lay down and pass out, dude, in that sun, you'll be totally fucked. You'll barely be able to. Barely be able to walk. Oh yeah. Exactly. I made Kim laugh twice tonight. That's mission accomplished right there. That's like absolutely
so funny.
Thank you very much. We try harder here at Avis Rent-A-Car.
You know what's making me laugh?
Tell me.
Every time you say dude.
Well, that's the new thing now, because there's no male or female, so everybody's a dude.
Do you know what?
Yeah, tell me.
The original definition of dude is what it is?
Yeah, it's a person that works on a ranch, like a horse ranch or cow ranch, in return for a place to sleep and food. And no payment at all. No cash payment. Just
that's one explanation. You know what the other explanation is of a dude?
But am I right? Am I right about that one definition? It's a person that works on a ranch.
A lot of people calls them guys dudes.
For room and board.
Right.
Room and board means you get a room and you get food. And that's it.
But on Animal Wild Kingdom.
Oh, come on. Fucking rhinoceros. Hey, Kim, I'll eat a rhinoceros ass if you barbecue it right. All right.
It is an infected hair on an elephant's ass.
No, that's some bullshit you saw on TV. No, nobody knows this shit in America. You're talking about another country.
No, that's Wild Kingdom. I was taught that when I was like 10, 11 years old on Wild Kingdom.
Do you know
hair on an elephant's ass is called a dude.
I actually met the assistant to Marlon Perkins from Wild Kingdom. I actually met him. He took me on a tour of a big old World War II airplane. He's now in a company that takes medical supplies across the ocean. Oh, no, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude. No, dude. Dude, listen to me, dude. A dude is a rancher. It's usually a man type. I can't say male because I'll get like censored. So it's usually a man type that works on a ranch. It's been done for 200 fucking years. That's what a dude is, all right? You got your ears on, Ken?
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
What I said, that's one definition of it.
And now, so since the woke-tards, can I say woke-tard? No, sure. Be censored. So now, since the woke-tards say there's no such thing as a dude or a woman type, you can't say female. Oh shit, I've been censored twice. Oh fuck. So now I've decided that from here on out, I'm going to call every person dude. Because see, a woman can work on a ranch. Follow me on this. A woman can also,
a woman, a child,
no,
a
wait,
man,
you're not
old
listening.
lady, an old man.
You're not listening. A woman can also be a dude on a ranch. She can fix equipment. She can rope
I
the
know.
fucking horses. She can feed the fucking cows. Dude is not an insult. So, oh, I'm sorry. If I ever get pulled over by a state trooper, I don't care if it's a fucking female. I'll be like, "What's up, dude?" By the way, I don't drive drunk.
It is 3:04.
What?
Yeah, it's getting late here in Ohio.
Yep, it's 3:04.
Kim, so did you
I
copy?
gotta be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to take my first pill.
Kim, did you copy what I was saying? That's the
Yeah,
true definition of dude. Anyone, male or female, that works on a ranch in return for a bed and food. That's it. No payment. So, Canoe, tell me, dude, is it wrong to call a woman dude?
No, people have been doing that for a long time.
Thank you. Really? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like in the movies?
Yeah,
And shit?
I mean, back when I was in school in the 90s, guys were always calling girls dude or dudette.
The
yeah,
fuck?
usually
just-
do that.
Yeah.
So I'm just slowly coming around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh man, I know I wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. As a term of endearment, right? Not insult. Canoe.
As far as I've never
You know,
heard
like a
it used as
friendly gesture, you know,
yeah.
right?
It's acceptable as a
I ain't
greeting or
never
whatever.
seen, simple. I ain't never seen a woman or a guy get pissed off and ready to punch your lights out because you've called them a dude. Not
Nah,
the
if
offensive
someone
thing
takes
is
offense at being
usually
called a
when you
dude,
call a woman a
they got their
bitch.
panties tied too tight.
It bunched up a little bit.
They need to cut back on the soy.
Well, like I said, I ain't never seen a female ever get pissed for being called a dude. The only thing I've seen is a
I'm
female
just
lose
asking
her
honest
fucking mind
questions.
when she gets called a bitch.
Oh, hey, trust me, I've called some women a lot worse, unfortunately. And I'm not really sure if they were women. But that's an interesting thing. You just answered my question,
Oh,
Canoe.
since,
For the
since
past,
you're
what,
bringing
20
all
years?
this up, since you're bringing all this up, I got one for you the other day. One of the guys that I know come around and start calling me. Well, he was talking to his one friend. I don't even know who it was that he brought with him, but he was telling him about me being
Hey, Kim,
doing whatever he wanted, or he could have me to do whatever he wanted me to and stuff, and I would do it. He was calling me uh, a motherfucker. And I says, you know what? You're looking pretty good for being a mother. And he says, what? I says, excuse me, I do not fuck mothers. I am not a motherfucker. I might be a father fucker, but I ain't no motherfucker. I says, unless you're a mother. He quit talking. He left about 5 minutes later.
men are pigs, but women are batshit crazy.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
Men are fucking pigs. They're fucking animals. You get an aggressive male. He's. What'd you say? He make you do anything he said? What the fuck? I'll punch his fucking lights out. Bring him over here. I'll teach you how to treat a woman. You don't do that shit around here. No.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks. I think it's time to call it a night.
Yeah.
Kimmy's got to get her beauty rest. I need to get out of this chair. It's killing my ass.
Kim, please don't ever let anyone control you
He
again.
don't.
Don't.
That's the reason why I said what I did.
Yeah, put your foot down right on top of his fucking shin. All right? Put your fucking foot down. Just say no. Thanks, Canoe. Nice chatting with you guys.
Yipper.
Or
Yeah.
dudes. I'm sorry. Nice chatting with you, dudes.
Talk to you later. Oh, good night, everybody. Sweet dreams. God bless you all.
Y'all take care, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Kim, you know how to take your foot up about knee high and just rake it down someone's front side of his lower leg on the shin?